because Ghana you know equal shareholders. Ghana obi any holma Ghana wo majority shares wo Ghana chair will be. But I don't know what happened. Me studio yana Martin Nibi enti was stepping it down. Still kakabeba. Me pa mucho. Sa kasa na ye kase I can guarantee your freedom of speech, but I can't guarantee your freedom after speech, no. Me pa mucho one kind. Jamati tiane say Idi Amin dada. Idi Amin dada. Ena waka sa asem no. Idi Amin dada. Ye no kra pole bi kwa chese me say e true movies na omo ye no. Ena mo e de sa de ne share na no. Enya asem a wono ankasa wo share da e kan ye. But I'm told say e movie omo ye ma no ni bi na o ka sa asem no. Ene sa asem no ye se nye Idi Amin na ka ye bi mu na fe de ye ni aye wo fa Robert Mugabe on say baby sorry yakonta Robert Mugabe the wife kwa fe say Sally ohun esa the wife say fe Sally ai bibisa hwehwe mame onko radio so die restrain o e ka say fon pa be yama brandy okay mati afraid die isi die me ho adwiri me say judge muya ya menya ne tese nti bi akobeko high court no akọ retirement etimi use quotation of Idi Amin and na wasenye Idi Amin kan ye ne yakonta Robert Mugabe ne kan say I can guarantee your freedom of speech but I can't guarantee your freedom after speech. Otimi use that quotation no e the judge e deny obi bail. Obi amana so how then he moved straight to George Orwell. Sally Adak Peter Oti didn't Sally and Pau. Okay. Oh now my boss once again. Na judge na say I move straight away was say George Orwell book or Troy Animal Farm. Aye no kre if you see the ahemfuchine bi de echi e no kre but emremu de nyina ye pe emremu na me adom lawyer wa ha of course if you see enye peda se ke ye pa se ka wakra ko school na man school fees o fa me ne baba papa nkwata ebu nko e wo fie wo ya kwa adwuma bebe am di pack ne car eno nko etiviase de nyina ye pe in that regard but in the face of the law we are equal ena ayam me yase sa asibiti pie free judge no a judge who is supposed to dispense justice according to the law etimi ka kire yourself wo use George Orwell book no say eviase nyina ye pe sir 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Say opposition take books and you find judgment there. And it can be books will be hold more. Kwaka Oliver Trace so they can Oliver's travel. Let's share what can Kenya. Let's share the rationale behind some books, you know. Set oppression bar said your group. Hey, there be miracle. Now make a judgment na 9 pages. 10 right? Make a judgment no. Maybe me yamu shame. Papa ne say ono de asem ebia beto na nimu da. Na judge bia asem beto animu a e wo say wo first ruling no. Ya ba be judicial precedents no. E wo say you have to go by it pepepe. Me Bɛkyerɛ sisi say yes I netie yes I no one court for ye no ye nua achemkwa of Ntumi radio Kumasi ye kire no de ne ba court ye deny ni bail na me wo ho emma wo ma ne say 5 days eda na ese ko ba court ifiada no ya wada no wa ama ifiada nso a court no etase ya no point by 8 o'clock court upon the same papa na judge we ya
court 9 the same prosecutor
every man ko bi ntimi say prosecutor ne dia but the same judge na first instance na wo deny Chimkwa bail no and was say asem we bia beto na nim da na de beto na nim ne say na Brad na Akufo-Addo ye president no obi didi na Akufo-Addo atem e ma asem beto na nim na the back judge no lawyer no e ba with oral application for bail and we deny the bail enti enam say I judicial president no we so be just deny the bail and it's okay no problem we deny the bail the law is in the bosom of the judge yakwa baby now say ko ba ya wada ne yakwa court wa ama the court didn't sit and yakwa ofiada nso a by 8:30 na court no so wapon and yakwa ojwada Chimkwa asa na meka wuntie the same judge 8:30 a.m. wapon ebo yakwa ojwada and na prosecutor no say yensa ma Chimkwa nkohyem biem me wa mo say asem no ma investigations ye wi a on be falon bia that very day and a lawyer afa kwaro say na je mo say ma ye bibia wi dia why do you still want to keep him my judge kwa busa mo say aja na boss mo keep no I saw prosecutor guy say my instructions tells me say we have to deny him bail instruction ben was say he say ebi obedwane there and then and na you say your lawyer sorry and we ka say there be and o ma counter a year judge ka che say now there is a bill for application and there's an opposition to the bill for application and you know what my judgment that no on my 4 days muntie se misramo muntie so judge ne say asem wa kada there there's a precedent there no will be this war in the case of Chimkwa on my 4 days say yembra nyememete ruling on the opposition to our bill application me ba cho enra esebe de see enra in the case of Chimkwa mbofo abronye no the moment ye ka say pay bail yeah prosecutor no ka say o oppose a bail no did he attend the case he sat down there and then and gave his ruling why in this case you didn't attend the case for 3 days so but in the case of Chimkwa you attend the case and my that kwasa akotum 4 days and what by my the ruling by other than read the one and read the one out sound with them a kotu books. So where is the judicial president in this? Say, o person with any power assembly about 2 and a person by 2 weeks a year detention. Go ahead straight away say 2 weeks because what standard the 2 weeks. But oh yes, sana mon command for me who need for so because what Bob Tibu person money by 2 weeks according to president Awokano. Sana Chimkwa 1 year and 2 weeks. It a brother no come 2 weeks. Sana tie. Na President Mahama question media for I said was what the IP address e ba chichen confirm be ma hate speech I didn't confirm them. President Mahama, let me tell you, no Ghanaian will take an advice from an operator of a motel. I'm telling you, we yantimi enye afutuo enfri obi a wo ye motel adwuma menka de twi njemu ye ka se motel a we will not take moral lessons from a motel operator. We will not take moral lessons from a motel operator. President Mahama, you must get this thing clear. We will not take any moral lessons from a motel operator. Me the Bɛkyerɛ says, Obi a wo bo asa wo bra. Obi a wo ti ayi baabi a waje da to ho se wo bo asa wo bra. Na wo hu ababa wa bi. Na wa ne kanche bi na ho no mu twam a. Ena maba maba ena mo pempena twe ena wo twempena. Wo te puna no emema e sa wo lie e di wo jiska. who moral rights what to before President Mahama as a former president opposition leader would be catching for be say or more a year at Chimsa Kawa Mafia for hey the better side in the buy oh yes and I go follow me at you Yancho and some man ko fuaka and this fuaka omo ama sponsor womo na the moment I be every president no say what be you say you the IP address e Bɛkyerɛ e be say na just say we a tyrant let's say we a tyrant and I think say President Mahama was a democratic leader but with tyrannical tendencies of course some foundation there a coup d'etat mu and a woman free buy but we in a democracy making kind statement was only media for share you know or kasai and sana media for busa the questions na me real who ya my kind statement na no pay ya bim Ghana saying one of the most critical issues that we are grappling with is security. Stupid. Ghana nipa 13,000 akwatina Cote d'Ivoire almost every ukrom ukosi Ghana for media for wo kasa no wo se dey niema ehia wo pa bebre as president statement enim and to you no there any part 13,000 ko yetu kotina for Cote d'Ivoire and fa wo ho 48,000 people displaced and fa wo ho. You didn't mention it until somebody asked you. Until somebody asked you, and I can't want some kitu ebi. It's what I said. June Ghana hu nyina no insecurity ne emfa wo ho. Edi pa ye so mawuo according to o man no ye pa be 30 na awuo sa na Ghana is in eka but ukota malimpoto na ngotete a edi pa omuso mo we say mo number 200 o. Na wa share media for a wan ka ho asem. Galamse put the minka, member Abejafo, Aka Galamse no Peter Akwaba.
Yania.
Now what to say, class?
Oh, a holding or Yankopandum. A child, for Nakafuina. And that's once again, what's asking San Manasi. Oh, yeah, President Mahama. We are all members of TG. Yes. Cook, I say, oh, yeah. And lawyer to be so I was about what to say. Yamadum, me where got them. Sao Boko inti ayi book ya kinka ye state years ayi quotations ya kinka na mukoko jamutiti biza say obi any legal book ba story book fiction mukoko to aya mutiti sa de gina so di ruling. Oh my lawyer show me. First of all, me that was akonya bia ma me no ha me chia mu nyina ye chia etie4 ye chia Ghana for ye chia MPP for especially Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nyame adoma obese bi enim na 2028 yakwako win elections no amen na ye hu amemu papa enya amemu aye hu ohwe amemu a NDC for ebu ya ayura John Dano ya ohu Ghana for say Ghana for NDC card bearing members me hu se ne refi se enye card bearing member NDC members enkwande to abama no kofo bibiri ho no mo ano mo gidie ewo ne mo ba me den ono aso no besi answer okay se beba so mati on the question I will be saying sometimes judges refer to instructive opinions from recognized publishers. Okay. Yes. Related to the subject matter in question. Okay. Sometimes they refer to rulings from other Commonwealth countries Enema and answer even West African courts to buttress on more points. Na ne who near Yura Circuit Court Judge can ye dear. I say or yati social media near memoir we be more because some of the things of Koti no, I don't think they are even factual issues. Say which say Yura Mugabe or Koti no meaning necessarily. You say more of Idi Amin than Mugabe or some Koti animal farm story no. Let's say a justice system no say they took animal farm home. Which I think say
and the animal farm there also no and democracy.
Yes.
Animal farm no and good governance.
Discrimination.
Yes.
A more of
class society.
Class society. Was some down here about form of behavior. Which I think say Nanka Yura Secretary Court Judge no epe authority be a courty and answer in show be a genaswa canasemoa mema femo de mi hu se eye bibi ana was ordinary alcohol any emra no enko sa
lo afa me was my baby adibisia was it the primary moral of George Orwell's animal farm is that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely leading to tyranny and oppression even when a revolution promised a better more equal society.
Internet say asama ye right kind na ebubo no
of course
ebubo no because anyama no preach against no na ekoya say oye na ni nyina no so no show the posture of the executive. It looks like executive no take over the judiciary.
And
the research was actually take over the judiciary. Sunday who you were running some more about for no person. Who say na okase year or some okase in the sense a judge. So you were Juma Sunday also you know the money Juma now issue you rulings Emma nipa biti say ye ma me kranten ado sila kranten ado mu a ye ji omo ka from nsam no na edi omo ko mu na ho se omo edemra na ye adwuma nkasa enne ndc abamu ayewura mahama edano enye na dwen se obema emra na nkasa ye adwuma research no akwa yese yen fetire judiciary no yen fa ehu bi nhyɛ mu no mo so man kasa amayen a omo ewo asemu enti begide se mi yi wasem na no asem a judge ne kai no de quotation ne de eni ensem na okaye no emma amanfo nya wihirimu wo ye justice system ne mu se GH1 TV ekoti Oliver Bako Vomawo. Yes.
Oliver Baka Vomawo.
Yes. Na no more can say after reading the reasoning of this circuit court judge on the Abronia case, I sincerely and honestly believe he is not fit to remain on the bench. Mijidi said,
who is not fit?
Judge, you know,
on the bench.
After reading the judgment or the buy and ruling on these issues, the reasoning. Let's say, Sanya or June ya or this na ye wo ho no no ne no kredie mu ene na dwene mu no die Ojidi say onya threats to remain on the bench so because what na say judge
okay
Ojidi say Ghana for eto abama NDC omonya card bearing members omonya card bearing members yen MPP for ya nto ama NDC ebi mo so ebe wo gina yesei e wo madwene mu efa na judge no e kan ye ho na me kan bibie twato se e ba ye dwuma ye ho as professionals e was said bibia no yetimi dey say ye professionals even though we could be politicians Ghana obi ato aba judge bia no ho be kasa on to aba nti oba we bia wo gina remember be a judge or not about original. But yet my Jumano and now and then me quote is your grant another. There have been other a year young lawyers. There be a quote dear judges. Akesi wo ewiase ne Ghana hanyina enema mo tro enema mo ruling ebeye so ye jaja wo de no beda ho ama ochena obi ekoti
ne de asua die yes
danse ebekosa ne ekoye minya we ne meka.
All right, enti lawyer kwakuta bi amponsa na mo training kano bacho minua then a kweku do not fair no Prof Kill some yen intend to use prof no man was here because original prof ba Professor Jekbodi nam kwaso banti my young for prophecy here 10 temasan waba obasi pa we drop yours aha Prof Kill have your day now et say
Yamia dungodo
e de yamiasi na central region to say
obi be say that ye won twetwe de o but me gidi ye say mfama bi ahye bobo yese oniama efie gu ana ohunu hyehyɛ nti ye boda ma ye bob free fie no me constituency say ya hye mrantie ni bi abo mo ho so say the last elections oniama anko ya amaye nti papa bi o ho a odi ni dwuma ye pa o mpese o mode ne ba as a constituency chairman chairman Ken Kofo chairman anopa emechiao.
Inti oja media papa for the chairman
wa DBP.
Oh okay
inti was samba inti chairman anopai mechao pa inti the amranti ene kan no said ye bebo wa bommo se ope umpe ubedi communication director no sabia no so yakoto se no so inti ono so agi anu ye se obedi na godon
but before I call my menye correction make motel right. Is of brothel aha nti pacho ayenya yesua di nti no aha nti eye brothel BROTHEL ma be kan motel nti mo fa jame nti I may have to repeat myself say we will not take moral lessons from a brothel ye ka sa na chairperson mahama
wodo na unia ba say menchia man
mejeleso na menua me ban ho de say
jenfo for you akwen na asem na me
waba kwa besa ba last week
eno amini share okay ono senko be ba show yi so ase bibia be sin
ai settings na ankoyi
abu nso so ochiao
abu ncha na fa
abu so ochiao
no catch it say me reject no publicly fa ncha no abu fa wonchia wo me number
abu so chia na nchia bebrebe na mse nko munye ni skampo na nka 30% mpo a
na ko nya hey ebiasi we shall overcome
godo etina de ohodo no
okay mati Peter ya ko henfa
lawyer estate ananko o kan abronye ni mo na
eti manin kan abronye
no nwie na ye he
okay eti abronye ye omoto musa frɛ no na wono akɔ court no adwada no na omo editeni no ade chinye CID so police photo musa frɛ ko CID eti okɔ adwada na omo diteni no ade chin brada na omo de court na court no remande no nditina ho behia se obesan akɔ ebiem okoye no court na saman 1 week say wasa editing no na ye no ewo ho enkofo bebiri aka ho asem say reasons are court ndi agina so ede amano asaman 1 week in detention no hadwin and then the posting of Ghana police any aban no so hadwin one more court mu je say prosecutors na say still na no afero mkwa kwhwe tape no na omatimate no analyze na enkofa kan ho asem people think say aban no do manipulate system no ade do pese otimi di adi ehu bi eto Ghana for say be afedie ye ntimi kan aban no asem bim lampacho ye nka ho asem wo opinion no titi say
okay minya me da say nti I think say wohwɛ ruling na yɛwura judge na de ma yɛfa abronye issue ho na kyese asɛm na kase nhye da ma ho at ɔhwɛ whether yɛ ma ne bail na asɛm yɛ ma ne bail Ghana hanom Supreme Court ma ruling on 5th May 2016 ɛfa ɛwɔ case bi a yɛnya Martin Pebu ene wotie no on this rule na judge di ama
ne bu afu pa
ɔsese say na ban ne bɛkɔ mo bi say ɔmo support aban ne bi fra ban ne mo because the things issue of rule of law enya de yɛ adwuma yɛ manipulate justice system no na nneɛma ɛkɔ no ntwa yie ɛfa sania judicial ne nneɛma akɔ ne aban no ɛho influence na bill ejina ho sɛ obi a wayɛ so wayɛ bɔne ɛtia ɔman no saa nipa no mmara kyerɛ sɛ yɛma ne kwan na yɛnni asɛm no nwie ne deɛ anka obɛtumi atena fie na mmara ɛhia no biara no waba court bill basically ɔkyerɛ mama ordinary person a sɛ obi anya aban amanneɛ na nipa no yɛmfa ne ntom mmara yɛdi asɛm no nipa no bɛtumi akɔ fie akɔdi ne dwuma na kane no na ye section 96(7) of Act 30 Criminal Procedure no code no and Procedures Act no na boni bi o wa udi a emma kwan ma ye ma obi se sa boni no ye de to so a yini asem nu ya fa hodie pan de wonya sa boni no ebi ene se boni a friend treasonable offense so we person to aban go so ka ho se obi edi ewu obi ede etuo akobokro no obi hijacking piracy rape defilement na ye mra na ema ho kwan eno na yewura Martin Pebu de call Supreme Court say ene ye constitution 1992 constitution article 15 to 19 to no ene no ebebra nti omo ensi ginaye wo ho ena Supreme Court si ginaye say even these offenses no so be committed na say evidence no ho say nipa no ontwintwan investigations police investigations and security service investigations kwan mu ontwitwa man na mu na nipa no enwane na easier for us to find the person say nipa ni man be na ye landmark case Asare-Bediako beka no ebe ye ade a eda ho no mo a kire se Ghana hanom no boni bia wudi a onya bail emeyeye na bail ade konti ananka ye man se obi ono ma wadi ewu sabe on sheda emobra papa bia oni adwuma papa bia oye uja no a ode ho beka mura ne ho ohene so ho na ye hwe santa de aboye nua abronye ya emre mu no enfom so a e wo fom no pa ba ko no ndimi na ye do atu mu a chekura ye be maximum 3 years and as 3 years na kura most times you are fines anyway as of I say instead of putting the person in jail so abronye original chairman ewo MPP Mbokrom ha why na ni baby abronye ti when ni baby abronye koda bia we boni be ma abronye adwane we abronye police for eto mo safre no ono asi mo pampampan ko police station oye obi a ohwe a ode ne ho ebe twintwan police investigations mu ana
dabi
nti ohwe enema ema obi bail na abronye situation no satisfy those things ebe want to say ye didn't betum ye money bail reason a judge no agent so back on say police are moving investigations and you be investigations and some full trial was trying to cause no investigation no so it means I cause so mo gather more evidence in the pan on twintwa police for enemu na onyane na conditions are emergency obi bail no say any honomo identity and what's your money bail. And also anything for Ghana for bebre no any penny for bebre custom monotonous amobo no reason judge no edemaya me just say a kwanya ye de ne faso no sanka ye de yadwene anaja nye na adwen ekọ ruling in Martin Pebu versus Attorney General any other authoritative EFA granting of bail one and can ye all ye you know and I say ruling or the maye on say the money bill and I say money bill no me jim this and kasana nka obey no see me imagine mo de judge no on san febiem me say Martin Pebu ka say on IGP ewo relationship na or suggested if no be send text message amano say or say police for court biem na omo enkoka say even investigation no more year no they think say they can still continue without keeping him, which I think say it's a best set as a bema entawantawa a wonk of what dream more entanta a yank of what dream say we a some thing any in your brother a delay any say ye manipulated judiciary police no a year to any abino SIA Dindodo on him maestro a bema man for have a second look at that make a be Martin Haka na debia meka former American president I think Obama he said something we should build strong institutions not strong people Yura Mahama okotena fia obaye ade baako a ono aka ye ene se wasuan the lessons we did say yete ono ade kan nyem na meka ye wase wasuan the lessons and from so bia wo ye no onye biem I was thinking say can we be here akwenya ama while righting wrongs are a course so Tama or your president earlier on but Ghana for share that the Santa Haka say a mere man in your special prosecutor, area special prosecutor. Any yoko for your chimko for you we say no gono kaya and can say president name yahua sa man intimacy na ochi etwemu yet say president zone one can say the IP address yeah ba ho no social media this is IP man
president IP yeah ba here
but on the question now beside no there I think say judge no on china dream call authoritative rulings
and your story books
may impending for Supreme Court and other high court judges ama on the issue of bail
but that's it and now what can be say President Mahama so acquire correction no yehu obi a acquire correction aba no asan ne actually no real correction so who that one say what team MS ama ne kwai it no real no kwai be mienza real correction it enye Mr. Santi friend say Eric me the quotations bi ama so betimi abia ma me a da to so dank ya hwe dank ya di ehon komo Martin Pebu na wakasa na headline was saying I can't be part of this unlawful NDC government. Martin Pegu fumes over Abronye's detention. And baby was saying, we must let the Attorney General and IGP know that this is not lawful. We didn't vote into any. I can't be part of this unlawful NDC government. Martin Pegu fumes over Abronye's detention. We're Ghana Web story. And our battle for that can also emame. Was say on September 2025, Pegu described the decision to keep Abronye in police custody for 2 consecutive weeks over misdemeanor charge as unlawful. Was said that he warned that denying bail in a misdemeanor case sets a dangerous precedent for Ghana's justice system. If in the misdemeanor case, Abronye cannot secure bail, then it means the verdict on Mike Pebu number 2 case in 2016 is void and useless. As citizens, we must get up and resist this, or else it will lead to tyranny, he cautioned. It will Martin Pebu and what can we say no? And that Eric back on the put the at least when you sums up the whole and you know 70 Peter Yanko.
Godon.
Yeah.
Power. It has a way of tricking people. Na emanipa bi ye bibia o trans na odwon na o hwa na hu se Nyankopon ho na eye arehosem asema aba no I mean hu se Ghana e konachi
sound.
Oh yes Ghana e konachi the democracy say even DJ at a press conference aka say under President John Dramani Mahama 8 months and Kafibia and some trofa ya attack 14
on the average. But 18 months was the mama by the second term ya wako aba we say wako ya correction and kawabe some trofa ya chomu na 14 so far I feel we and 8 months say I know
about a month yes oko press you cross an ko boss kakra enti hwa unim me as a typical Akan and a Ghanaian me feel say atamdidie is on Ghanaian
of course
enya dia also so what I say now we share the history of Yemai Ghana, especially how Emra na wo books ya bisu na teaching some trofo teaching social commentators over the years now share a buyer kufobe the criminal libel law and seditious any free hon near him say freedom aba at least chapter 12 in there I feel the full implementation and proper implementation of chapter 12 but I also agree say in spite of the chapter 12 no the article 164 Emma restrictions which is good but it was the NDC administration and the konyane emrafufo na ada o your books nimu sa causing fear and panic offensive conduct in 2010 in fact it started 2009
okay
if in another time
2009 you see na be say correct but me say that 2009 okay your alphabet alphabet and zero
when me say I would about no I late or
it will be
omuna kakra nti ohun say ofo obi anka hwe no na o say o correct me na share ba o de anya hwe mate
communication diabetes
alaji me that say
anyway do here they breaking the ice o person aja ye do to my so to make say ya but correction there say we
oh mate and alphabet into 0 and 2009
I cut 2009
yes sir Mate
say after me
2009
thank you yanko
unim say NDC na call nyane emra na adawo ye books that section 208 ne causing fear and panic ni sa amra ni nyina na wo ye books mu but na yemfa anya adwuma no mkoche atokwa me na dazi say on find the evidence and the source emra because NDC person go see adan and a joy from Korea story be say local contractors say adan na omukofa from Korea aba no enye dwuma no ma bit my yes dwuma no mkoche no and am so enuko mkoche Amina you turn bass if you want to be part of yemra say aban bi ba obetima ko generate sa ako use 208 section 208 na dey teacher manfo ba onim so hwe goma matete say ebimu so NPP time omo cheche bi ba onim wo dey konekohwe issues sisi NPP time no president akufo adobre no so omo ya cheche omo nyina is entirely different from what is happening
yes
hwe NPP time omo kwache vamo vamo dey ntine ma ya kwache no
so do local cool
reasonable offense what you say ɛde ɔmo kɔkye no ɛde ne kɔkɔ patro ɔno kwa na ɔse metu aban wu no ɔno yɛde ne to Black Mariam
Dabi
ɛno nkɔda nkyɛn apart from ɛno no ɔmo kɔkye ɔhene ba bɛneɛ yɛne adamfo power FM woni bɔne ɔyɛ ɔno na nyɛ insult ɛno pɛ a ɔ insult atamidi ɔdidi Akufo-Addo nko a ɔtrɛte ne president Akufo-Addo ɛna ɛnyɛ no nso nko a ɔwie no saa brɛ no ɔse 8 Supreme Court judges ɛne president Akufo-Addo akɔhyɛ dɛm akɔtena sɛ ayɛ meeting sɛ NDC de win 2020 elections no nti sɛ the case na aba Supreme Court nti president Akufo-Addo ɛne judges no ɛne justice ani yɛbo a that time no chief justice atena se sɛ NDC for the case ne ba court a ɔmomongu wabana NDC the case akɔ court so ɔma win 20 that was the statement he made ɔse president Akufo-Addo ɛne 8 judges akɔhyɛ dɛm ayɛ meeting sɛ case na NDC de aba court no ɔmomongu
okay
ɛna Gofredami citing no contempt of court because case wa de aba court now see say president and am so what did na tem attracting no say judges ni na ko meeting there any 5 because sasem no na dangerous say betima ma man na butu
yes
because the Supreme Court nke ko ba say Supreme Court ko bogu ye nke betima ba say ebi mbeka say na ampa president Akufo-Addo no mu ko hia ya ampa nti say omongu na oma bagu mpacho eno ene abronye case ene fanti eyi omkoche no de na the same koku anyi do de no say ene de the early stages of meka the latter part omo refer benia Mugabe de ko ansi under MPP
aja President Mahama
and I know they are threatening justices of the Supreme Court
fairly say
with rape and
yes
a home sense and almost citing contempt but I know the Black Maria and Kofano
Dabi
no what has that got to do with even MPP say because or NDC needs on MPP question AC under President Mahama what I say that for Bobby omukwache I no say I decide that day cry me fair yenipa Bobby any police have no Kwame the audio nim audio editor of custodian do nim no say obetra radio so an allegation against former first lady and call report to the Cantonment police station and omukwache what like I said once Obiako allegation or a complaint there they will have to arrest the person but if they no cry no I disagree. Say no, because of your history and how some trouble muyo majumane and huna yekotichi ne ade no. Based on that spirit, President Kufuor ebe seditious and criminal libel law ni free one. So obi can be tia na ne nya adwena am obetim de na court. Ofi President Kufuor nua panini. Ebi sa ba ema odom court ema chiri omko pacho. And I'm so come Mokoche as a power kaya. Yes.
President Akufo-Addo ni akitiwa.
Ni akitiwa yes bumpty yes. So eti me feel say sa na wo say so obi can be trying na nya adwene a obetimi de nakoko. So in this case say obi and in this case abronye abedidi IGP atem. Ya me so na say video bi na some feel say waka bi na say onu na nya adwene a IGP could have sued abronye.
Yes.
And even when he invited him, fine. I don't go ahead to prosecute. Now, Saudi Niko Shem. Now, what deny the bill? Now, page 6, you know. Who boss, you know. I don't where I'm near here. Because, Onini say it's part of the judgment. So, page 6 now.
Then Moses is not part of the judgment.
George Owen. Page 6, no,
I see. More fact tell me, but for me, whether become just was a bear content, a bear content. Look, every reasonable Ghanaian at this asking we are first about to say how the how so we do will be the cash.
Yes,
and Rami who on Facebook, I didn't believe it until you ran Mesaka a friend ruling no that really so can sampa to aso memo mo that
o ma sena ma osisi a
okay
enti ma omo fanto so no mo nhwe how upset ene chese oju ho on ti ase na ehu na nim ne ko ne ko so nyina onim. I pity the young men. Our more NDC more, they are happy about it. Because when President Wallace obedi on my 19 good years. 8 years there, now democratic. 11 good years no. Now nyope and oye. Edu baby no. Odi power wo nyina awie no. Ono ane party mumpo. You see, I ain't crying. Ama sabi. Ya chechire no. Edu baby, ono akọ NDC headquarters so kotua ni dues even though as a founder na ni kwaso otua dues.
E wo so ahwe be yinadi.
Yes. Sana to me tie. Nti se ne to me abedi obi nsa. Na se enu nti o so ebi obi aye bi da. Aba bi so obi ti obi. Nti ono so on pe wasem na obechew no the Black Maria ba bechew. No, at the handcuff a goon sa handcuff a goon sa or a tip Black Maria
no shake.
Oh, Nessa, and no, a year bida, a year, a mre, ye ninka so, homuncoso. Now one day, but you see, the money who say, let me say also, they are resetting Ghana. Now, resetting Ghana there, so we started to be afresh and I'm because. Ade I will say any
but any was say make us a second paragraph was it is always said that all persons
no started first paragraph because no say you know
okay don't worry was say accused person before the court is facing 2 charges of misdemeanors. However, in this instant case, the court will not look at only the charges being misdemeanor, but will extend it to the position of the Inspector General of Police to the country. That is the head of the police service.
Absolute nonsense.
The words which came from the accused person is likely to put the security of the nation into disrepute. I was thinking, say, command the final ruling after what here be the ruling, but when they to deny to make a ruling on application for bail yet, what they put for that, they should call and this is my papa the chance he should recuse himself. It is always said. Yes.
Or say, however, in this instance case, it means that he's not referring to the actual charges. On one case,
yes, yeah, and the one to me, and you say, I'm going to be cited law beyond from back.
I say the accused is facing 2 charges of misdemeanors. However, in this instance case,
the
court will not. Now, it is Abronya versus the court.
Yes, it is not Abronya versus the court because the prosecutor didn't go say because it is the IGP. The court went because a misdemeanor. And the judge has veered off misdemeanor to this instant case. Is the person IGP. It is always said that.
Okay, say beginning now. Can also first cases near call holding in ano. Or can set our cases where then abandoning that. So answer of best starting abroad. I call the word we use here is that you people again.
Prejudice
or see you people again.
When I can't use people again.
That was a time of that now.
Okay, and me restriction would
me say okay last paragraph now or say or say or can say in some way be abandoning that what you say to me no beginning no sa asem na abandoning no eno ne ade a was setting as the sticker.
So he made reference to both cases.
Yes.
Or he made Obodino Etianko. Was it is always said that all persons are equal, but in practice it is not so. Courtesy George Orwell in his book The Animal Farm. one of the commandments in a theoretical, one of the commandments in the place in democracy, was say one of the commandments is that all men are equal, but some are equal than others.
It's Ghana, it's your commandment. And
that's the question I want to ask the judge. So which commandment is this? Translated into this case, all men are equal, but some are more equal than others. You can say anything to Mr. A and Mr. A will forgive you, but say similar things to Mr. B and Mr. B will not forgive you. Hence, freedom of expression in this country for that same freedom goes with restrictions. Eric, the late President Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe once said that I can assure you of freedom of speech, but cannot assure you of freedom after speech. With all due respect, Judge, you got this one terribly wrong. He was reminding us, he was reminding us that no freedom, Mr. Mo, was saying he was reminding us that no freedom is absolute, but goes with restrictions. And in fact, that interpretation is erroneous, a wrong interpretation. And then Mugabe and was say, I can assure you of freedom of speech, but cannot assure you of freedom after speech. Yanon and chese restrictions. The person what Chene say, Ubetraka the Obeka, but okay, we be bold ya, Ubi It also said that your freedom of rights ends at where man nose begins. You can have your rights of freedom. Last two paragraphs on. It is the wish of the court that all Ghanaians should try and prevent that insult from society. One of the code of ethics for judges is that their decisions should be consistent. I have a case before me, the Rev. versus Raphael Kayankra, who appeared before me on 16/2023, and this was an NDC sympathizer. Then of course now. And just about 2 or 3 weeks ago, another matter came from Circuit Court 8 before me, Republic versus Emmanuel Kwache, judge for Muntimi TV, and he was also remanded for same 2 weeks. Lawyer, the question they say what was standard here 2 weeks. And then I brought you by 1 man in 2 weeks straight. Now man 5 days. Whom were you deceiving? Because that is your standard. Why did you give him Peter Ko?
On equality.
Yeah,
the equality principle.
Yes.
You see, equality principle, no. One, it means that say me amitiwe, me pingo, me bokro no. Na yura President Mahama eso bokro no. Yinyina no emra krona na ebibiye.
Dabi. Equality before the law, no?
Equality before the law.
Okay.
Now, distinction kakre woman is certain rights and opportunities be of Nkrofo, because Nkrofo be positioning, they are able to enjoy those things. So, in the case, equality means people who are equally placed. Until far Supreme Court judges, the rights and privileges they have or not. On so for one Supreme Court judge, now for another, they have the same rights and privileges. That's what it means. But that rights and privileges, no, means me enjoy because me Supreme Court judge. I didn't know obi share black uniform near the abo has police na ne dem bo ha no mo a. Yin na o traffic mo a. Ono timi jana me busa masem. So me kwa me ntimi ko jina da bi.
Ego busa na sem.
Yin na obi busa na sem.
O busa say busa direction
because me no we are not equally placed.
Yes.
In the judge, the understanding of equality before the law, no, questionable.
Very, very questionable.
Lawyer who that raise the issues. The reasoning, no, in this ruling, he shouldn't be at the bench.
I see.
Maybe that is driving that. Because equality before the law, judge explained say the animal farm.
What the animal farm class society, a tyrannical environment, and it is here no Under President Mahama, we are living in an animal farm, as endorsed by the judge, which is a human democracy.
And really so, no, it's how, okay, I'm starting to say, President Mahama, I'm a movie, no, Ghana for say, Ghana for, and Kasa, any NDC card bearer members. She am pushing baby on my baby. Yenchi we into we can we are into
reasonable bail conditions.
Asama Yura Avoka.
So for Azoka.
Ekoka ye threatening
no money bail. Yes.
No mean person.
You are giving bail.
No mean person than we are all here minority leader. Leader in parliament. I'm enjoying any hard than the honor parliamentarians. On was about Kanye, and no enemy are blown your Kanye. What is it to say? And clearly, we a year signal to Obia or say on the only party be as what to Obama NDC. About MPP for or more policies or more actions on. Take into account Obi or Ghana Libya, but NDC there. Omba be more share
Animal farm
card bearing member.
Yes,
so about NDC. I will say when you are you are not one of them.
And nipa 8 or more ya fair to say omo pleaded guilty. Omo 8 omo pleaded guilty of assault. Ewo court. Ewo abli commando for the no. Police for IGP mu nyina say ehun hia so no pictures e be ba bonten. Ya chi omo so ma IGP amogana ni bi amane until say better say do mo ya chi nkofo bi afeta say ya face ya pronounce am guilty ya fine almost 6,000 we only hear of a fine and a DB ages they are kabum. And for me, I don't believe it.
Democracy, and I say animal farm.
Medasi. What me simplify the mamma power.
But that's what it means.
It's me. I want to
much say. Your animal farm. We've always thought we were wrong in thinking. Say democracy nana yet was so.
Okay,
but your animal farm.
Medasi.
It is only NDC card member.
Be very careful. Medasi pa Peter.
They buy you in them to say. Some car say women now share now where they are consumed. Say Ghana ye kwechi. Ye kwechi pa. Na ne yani who say President Mahama ye president nas animal we ACC na breso. Because wow boy or a member of the GDO and our bear president pain. In think always can maybe you are ACC Sabria and can CC. In the press conference here baso. Wouldn't say closure of radio station or Amoso. One more so a man and the German Homaka. Miwa orgasmic feeling. By February, almost close to radio stations. Somewhere May, June, almost close to another stations. And I will hear any more issue statements. So, you fan chawm. And I we are SMBCC, come off of the comment to be our own painty. Some George, as I issue say, almost as I'm close to radio stations. And then the one can away. What do I say? But to me, dear, on Koso, pa, na chat, even within the NDC, the next 3-4 years, NDC people will not to some poor. Send a Mahama any group of people, how many aji? Send a power shifting. Power shifting within the party now. Uncle Bisama, those numbers war, no more to me. Na and said here, almost a tier our party.
Bre
Rollins. Rollins womb, or man, Rollins allies. And party into the Mumbutia. Now say after 3.5 years, President Mahama Frako Nyaso. Another person in 4 banners and it's in poor winning power, which is unlikely. Who said the Noma Corner said the Noma Tia. Pa Nasa NDC to Sumpa. Within the NDC mono, power be shifted. Okay. I could be before. Name ya bebe.
Medasi. I would do only a prof one echo first. Prof. And my prof because Professor Papa said, just our back. Okay. May double tone on that way. Mimi, you soon is that. Yeah, quite. I shall not pay a cutie and kitten, but Yametiasi. What on?
nsɛm yi a lawyer aka wɔ ha yi ɛne deɛ Peter abobɔ so wɔ ha yi anɔpɛ ya ma me ho kora adwiri me kyɛ sɛ mehu deɛ menka koraa sɛ yɛakye obi ɛne yɛde no akɔ court ɛne yɛabɔ ne charge na ɛnɛ deɛ mu redi deɛ free courtroom hɔ de akyerɛ yɛ a yɛnyɛ alɔyafoɔ ɛne alɔyafoɔ mpanyinfoɔ akɛseɛ a ebi mu yɛsusu koraa sɛ ɔmo yɛ NDC foɔ na wotie ɔmo nsɛm a ɛnɛ ɔmo keka na wotimi sɛ emu ayɛ hu nti na mebisa me sɛ yɛampapa sɛ yɛwɔ anim afam deɛ a ɛne ɛnɛ ha yɛte no koraa no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛhwɛ ne yie na mempɛ sɛ mɛtena anim afam nti ɔmo mbɛtena anim afam no ɔmo ntena anim afam hɔ me deɛ mɛtena Ghana asase so yɛwɔ democracy mentena anim afam
that be let's it is not for you to say so in the mouth
that mo de mo amaka mo de mo pa mo nyina mo ntena hɔ me
it is in the hands of the state on person you need to anim afam
mentena anim afam godon omani mo me say omani mo ayehu ama for the first obi oban me bia nim say me yo one person anka me pemu nka me mpese metena grochiri but say nei se minya kwanya godon wa ha me ko fam bag ofie obako metu say ekwan a ye fa so de chama abronye ba court ka ye de chama na abronye etum na edu ba bi kura na ya hankofo na abronya ma ne nsa so a wo wevu nipa ne asa ka ne nsa na to fom
da bi wo wevu ayde
why they are what did you be atem na atem di enye na yese enye offense criminal offense
a Supreme Court ruling krampo
na okwa nipa idi ni side by side atubi nini nua Benatef Gitmo 24 no wo mu kra no ye de wo mu free ai Guantanamo Bay for ede ban kra no enye kwan ya fa so de omo ba
Benatef dey so ha adwen o ba ai we dey
14 na ba na 2 asamba na minim de nti ono ko a be president a na yenya sankofo no wo mamu ha no minim wono eyehu se yaka chairman sa to form se ye ma nwevu obia na ye de ne ko obi ono ankasa ne nante e de call CID se mate se ese mo hwehwe me oduwa na sa lawyer otia menti ase se eside na se obi ankasa ona invitation ba oduwa na handcuff no na se kire pa na sen ebi obi opese odwane ana obi opese over power police ena ebi a ye de no bre wase se de be ya ye betimi asadu a ye de obekọ ba bi ye de okọ na se mada na masori na madware na miema tutu me nan na me dia ko police station say mate se ese mo hwehwe me ne me lawyer aba na udu hwa na ya ye onsa say
oh say just to humiliate you will make you very uncomfortable
ye bi ani atwa picture no picture na ye betwa no e wo de be di kan likidi ama media
NDC media NDC social media
I told my country I want to say because we say won kan ma farm na ma farm ni mo
and the
yes because ya ma emfato ho omoko ha adwen ekokọ ntọkọ akọboro ọba ewo Ablikmanov yama akwati ade ye ho sane the state and the law with that clearly a animal farm wo mu a wo si wonim nti won ti ase ni ya
na animal farm no na characters ni bi din di snowball na snowball wo ho I was say
o de yakọ
snowball wo ho na old major wo ho na a friend say Napoleon na Squilla na boxer na Mr Jones eti
characters a obuboy bi nyina enemy hu bi wa ban mo
eti by the time we first we need ba kon
da bi se me se mi ni mo animal farm
ho wo mba
me ni ho yo wono me ni ho wono se ayo ho sema ekoso se NSC e chewa na ye liki picture ni e di ama media no ni e di kan gu animu ase ese free press conference asema en fan court no na attorney general aba no abeka ne charges akeka nsem bia na emre bebre aba ni nyamfa nipa emfa ne court enti ene san ese bibia aba ye friend Yoko Bites
Yoko Bites
yes
e de bade
ene ye huna magana fo Someone yes about conso de yo nu bites
sa e da no be
yes ene ye hu de amagana fo na me pese me kasa ebewa no de me pese obi ate ase de ekoso nyina ene omo ye din a omo patuma kaka ye omo enti omu ntimi nkasa no ebra omu be yi omo ano a omo kaka ne be kwa omo pese omo kasa no sa brani ensu ye nya aso yare
ye ntie
enya si ye ntie ye ntie
si ya so ye ya
se ye tie dia enya dia ye bete na ebeto mre bi no em say da sobra o han ko kan quotation ni maame ba bible ba bi wo se mo amoni age sisi a munue na mo wura beho na mo su
daache ho
daache nkofo wura beho na o mo su eya me ya se ye take sa posture we a ene MPP for ena aye endangered species e wo Ghana ha sei asema NDC nika tie uti asema ibana hene kokan
wase ye de acid agu airplane no
ya biebie plane ni joint ene ye de acid agum ena akorodu all because na president Mahama target obi anya ne hwe uti asema Minister we eka edefa Ghana Police Service
so kumkum nipa e wo mangudu ase President Mahama appointee Adam Bona wo so won le ton atuo de mankofo mum kukuntokwa e wo so ho e besi na obi anka
ene obi anya ne hwe enti ye ba betena wo man mu ha ne ye de animal farm ho na animal farm no wan cheche man kosi awie ye no na wie ne kosi sen did it end in a peaceful manner
dabi
it is a animal farm no na se papa no se ne ending no na judge ne kan de ne kama ba betena mu bi na beginning ho ne de godon medema no be sia men ka ho
medase Prof Kill na waboni tofa nyina de amayen mamenko Aud Mahama ho managing editor of the custodian newspaper na opa ha ho okay mate ene yenko straight away odabi so ha yenko Aud
mama nchia chifo na
okay
me ba no na mo attack me say me ba late
o time o be do about time be
me ba no me normal route na me
o be do about time be
mama cheche mu
da bi obi pencheche
ya no ne cheche
o be do time be
wa time
na time
and it was it would have the Indian combo
until mama cheche mu de anti am here
that because he obi a one
na ya block road
what the lit o bantem
me ba late kaka oh na say me manye literature me science was school O level ni A level ni na me science
okay
na me animal farm no man shed and reading ye me reading kakra ye kan say
reading kakra o kan kakra
me kan kakra na judge na kan say we are in animal farm na mo ntiasia na animal farm no say a script a book playbook playwright na NDC actual sa playwright a book na actual no NDC na start here and IGP ka ho and latest judge we so abeka ho nto enyi na ye active play no that is why judge no kasa ye no mo ndia say enya de foforo kra enya mama say judge no it was simply repeating na animal farm na script na ya chro no e no wo implement echeche mu no say na mo bo nipa din a adenti na so no so ye nyina ye nipa but yen say na nya equals in NDC's democracy, in the NDC's animal farm, Obi should be treated, people should be treated differently. And only, also, Yachi Abronya. Abronya is yes, hate speech one. And actual, hate speech, you know, is against IGP. Sana na IGP, no, but IGP any president why na owo oye high
president
na Akufo-Addo niama ekeka Akufo-Addo ho ena is also the plane crash no wonwu onye obia
eba ne height ntino ye low
Nina
Kwasa Samba so Ghana pa.
under President Akufo-Addo. To the extent they say candidate now ne and this candidate now or ne obey president. Also President Akufo-Addo. Or no ne Achem people Sakawa boys. No more looting Ghana. Na Achem honomo na ye galamse deben headquarters. Ninye na nka his speech no. Enka because we part of animal farm no. Obi ambisa no question krapo. Because he's higher than the others. Nanseya yechi enya abronye. So no, he's not part of a animal farm. Won't or you need grade low. Until I didn't to Black Maria mo. And they are chain no. Yes. And I didn't call court. And our judge no. So a second court judge or started time as a judge da. Oh, as I check, and matters of being promotion at high court. Anyway. Oh, the matter no. Entibia. Now. Oh, Entibia. I'm telling you, judge Entibia. Judge way. Obekum nipa omunye boni. Judge way with this kind of ruling. Obe sentence ku nipa omunye boni. Me. Ebia me kasa ye dachi ome invite me. Oh. To say judge sa ruling when kwa there. So of course to say now the call higher. So one judge as a judge. Now so of course to say with this kind of now what the book where the book where animal farm mentality. Animal farm book where now the obe operate or the be interpret cases of court. And it the obe sentence ku nipa omunye bone. Yo. Now animal farm no ye de ye nia call ye no say share no abronye. Handcuffs. Black Maria. No, na invite no na walk straight to the police and I'm share na handcuffs and they didn't call court and the man no remand say another person was invited as NDC national chairman vice chairman also yes he invited ni ante ye hu ya na say or no part of the higher grade of animal farm no no invitation man or no put that assault too or no assault and threats you no court so I didn't call you the threat now and threat to murder threat to kill or no ye name police station go out for a cry you didn't say police for invited now we almost say be processing for court say Monday said that bay now one report to any headquarters be more. One report to a TV police station. Why? Yes. What it be? What the message statement? Oh yeah, sure. Oh, I never be a men down too. Last time me yes, Anna. About what you call. Can work another magic and then moon yet. Necra nine. Hey, last of crown, yeah, now want to manage. Oh, so animal farm no kayano a script or acting. Judge no active script no ya chiregu ho amano. Look, once say hate speech na de mo law say ye memenya lawyer na ewo he mementi ase o enra me call program another station bi and assassin we buy and I say hate speech o kai say obi ye frɛ obi wo Ghana ha ye frɛ no Kevin Taylor o so di Ghana ha okay okoye ye obia excluding President Mahama or ye for or ye Chihini yes or ye chief imam nene call for or ye obia Archbishop Duncan Williams or ye obia or ye important organ in now or ye judge allegations against judge judge mano say omra court wama to the extent say only ye ni apenyi Isankuma lawyer Isankuma kwanya problem on your judgment because what has yes jurisdiction wama judge no or ye attack no or ye bibia issued an arrest warrant yes sir yes CS or ni Ghana arrest warrant there Ghana pen na ye beti match no yes sir lawyer or Ghana arrest warrant to see it operation Ghana akwa we buy the ATN say ye de no call house no war president vice president fee yes almost a residents are buying fee yes say nobody has evidence nobody has disputed that say okoda wo bebia former president mama or yeah president and vice president or die o free manka or say enfama as any gratuity part of the gratuity a young farmer no Vice President Baumia Bayokoda Oho for 8 years. And no Ohona or free or no. Our Vice President, our sitting Vice President no go to that residence. One koda young farmer or that on the private residence. That residence meant for our Vice President was a place that housed Kevin Taylor under the security of the state. IGP where or the OB or COB I all treaty Abonye say he is the head of police.
When we say what former appointees no be omo tu kwan no
yes
omo bedru airport wa
yes
omo du airport wa na ya che omo airport na omo ko ibe yoko national security for interrogation as omo kofi
yes well no
because the list at
yeah the list at
now the case high court
judge I issue a arrest warrant. Shenyam Fatchino,
it is a getting the to airport for so back yet.
Now you bet you animal farm.
Before court,
I make animal farm no I can own Tiasi. And no message judge no was only acting a script.
Yes.
The animal farm and tea. One no yet more than others no. What bedroom airport the arrest warrant was not effected. Yet the no call and no could die. And I'm a lawyer to make sure ne there be there make court me Tiasi and I did call Supreme Court. He was under security protection. State police where you are head of on the IGP. You do not call them a Supreme Court under security protection. And also quashi arrest warrant. No. And yes, sir. One quashi arrest warrant. Under normal circumstances, or no I issue a arrest warrant or bedroom gun. What is the first thing to do? By young channel, animal farm. Animal farm.
A police statement in was saying, paragraph 2. Caution statement has been obtained from the suspect, that's Azoka, and has been released on bail to report to the Eastern South Regional Police Command in Chebi on September 16, 2025 at 10 a.m. for him to be arraigned before the court.
It may be so because they will say issue needs you
I would do. You see, okay. Animal farm ni bi no.
Men kan say.
Atem kwa kasa wo Kumase.
Ye de ne ba Accra.
Ye kwache da dwoso e de ne ba Accra.
Na say Ashanti.
Animal farm. Oh, judge why you waka no kre.
Me say a script. E na una mo blame judge. Me say a script na judge no or act. Or act the script. Nti menka bebre
medasi
Kevin Taylor so be kwashi you know or be kwashi ne arrest warrant so what he's gone back and yes sir
almost sir me say me follow me
meanwhile
only I've said something say NDC they are using their absolute majority omanya you know to misbehave na hwani ye omo din Omo kasa the clergy the debe and Akufado later part of Akufado ye koko twaba niama omo kaye on galamsey on debe governance debe se die obia ye din the clergy no oma ye din by anhwe ya niama cause one day Ghana may be seen as a democratic peaceful country. Peaceful country, but there's a limit to everything.
Okay.
So stretch a lasting limit of the people are to the extent they say omuntimi and ebe bounce ebe baye. Sadia no we should avoid it. Let's play by the rules and make sure say some animal farm na ye acting yenjai say yanjaya dachi ebe ba be hantie as a country.
Medasi Audu Mahama managing editor the Custodian newspaper. Na Prof K Daniel Kweku na Professor Papa Bentino na Daniel Kweku ka say animal farm story no how did it end and the person me kind ending and me nyina yeti was say the other animals witnessing the pigs playing cards with human farmers at the farmhouse unable to distinguish between the two species because the pigs have become indistinguishable in appearance and behavior. The farm's name is changed back to the Manor Farm. The original 7 commandments are replaced by a single one. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. That's the last commandment of the Bible. Now, say symbolizing that the pigs have fully adopted the corruption and oppression of the human farmers they initially rebelled against. Also, that's where we are now. Koka, chat to me, uncle.
Animal farmers, Mamma Casa, Moke, Mamma Bayana Shasi, and to share arrest in now, Ubia voluntarily or call Biano. Yet the banka wa gunza. Yet the banka wa nugu.
Banka ba.
No, sorry. Yet the gunza we are near a photo shoot. Near the Ama NDC for no to confirm say information on the buyer no or my because he say no a NDC social media and na omejuma ye the amom no omne be hwehwe omne start me mfa mo adwun kwati enura samuti apalu say o kase eye apia stadium ene ball no koko say ye nche no ena de okache enu nyina so no according to the playbook no e course enti social media for no ya ne de ama NDC mpanifo na wo police no enti obawo wa mawo ye beye na ebeye se obeba because wa ma sa journey from ufie to station no ye be massage wiye pa you will get a massage ohwe abronye de course no nyina ne de call ye na mebusa say then normal Obama kan ye no it's really working because if you can one person now was accoutrement first day at court with the 20 people with guns second day 50 men well protected hey naboko omu to go but me person IGPT as say yen yaka say a bar whether or bemu ni abemu we will try him for causing financial loss to the state because baby say Bible need freedom of movement obi enye bi no who deny nkrofo wunti obi because when to me amon ho ban obi aye your friend saying refugee na odie nkrofo a obetumi omo ye tiktokers omo di nkomo abasa also a police who a radio station or TV station. Yes, the police has a media platform, so why don't you use it? Ejumana ya de maunu enti ne ka se dampare enye wa fe ni dampare asa dampare am ejuma no dab na ye kese amaw you don't fit in the place when I open 2 years extension no but just remember say playbook na wo ye no a time will come whether you are in retirement and that is where your children will see you the same playbook no same process no ye do be kwa wa ko yia no senia wo de ne de enye black maria o ebeye mo yo honu blue ene ye do be ko
all right koka and now what any no ato no just that become uncomfortable when o compare we ne back no ko e fe ne say dampare me de dampare de ma born negative one crowd. All right, Prof. No, I agree. Said the way you will be our opinion, you know. Prof. Pacho, we want to say, oh, don't worry. Maybe I did that. Had the same production at them. In terms of Professor Asare-Bediako. Na me bomb pie said that me could be ma meet my boko, but in your days to say Professor Bediako. The bufu crowd won't. Yes, so the Gufua, ya dana blanket, it's a whole crowd to say, who made it? Yes, it's no, you see what was so many attributes are. I will say, it's one for me, and one who on a mobile call. It's the Professor Asare-Bediako, or a dean, finance and accounting department, UPSC, my former school, and then what by saying, Papa to be Yaboko, dear.
No, do more vocal.
Probably used to say no, man.
Former school, but I'm afraid that take nothing for so.
I was my friend, and then my comeback could be my and being 70. Is our ban Makaha.
Oh, that
oh, that means that. Eti Professor Asare-Bediako enene abeka hweba bedi enkomo no na prof we di court nsem ni we ni di ho de ye nkoho no mo ye beko amamu nsem akoka sikasem any good board ho ensensem ti no na prof enne enra mi hukuteshi bi na wo hefa krempo obi na de sende na mi hu ni initially no enna obi sende de brem wo ye wo se mission was a god is over pay ne ho nyu kra wala me say de why dey I was say Muhammad meets media we join news yes news you know was say Mr. I fatos mame was say on July 8 on 8 July 2025 the president said gold board was the city's father. On 10 September 2025 the BOG was the city's father. If the city keeps changing fathers it will struggle to grow. The city isn't looking for a paternity test. It's looking for a single responsible father. That means, hey, akwara bako, ne papa bebre. I don't know. Come up, and I saw that one. I said, okay, it is good, but that has made the city. Yet you know, and account. Prof, it's come on, gold board, and say any city, or prof picture no see come up ene da hono nti de mekenke no ene da hono prof Asare-Bediako ena wakasa no prof ti cd ensensem no any good board no and open for the best start first but we tell you official
God said you already start here
okay
mentia lawyers so
yeah
menya eja mo ha dey menya protection kakra
hakwa na mo ayehu no
maybe so you say na wafa apobia menya bi na
what be bring by
aha na be GP
what be bring by
menya would so
yes
wonderful submissions na God mo fidi mo yina
before the call
that old boy me microphone now me
prof na me nyachi ma ona say ma o prof flyers bi chale poetic here
so also sorry ya kan oh adia me as a teacher adia me pedi two ones yeah adia me pedi two ones so oh prof on two ones obanwa pie me da me chadi a me nyada fusebo
he go no so there's no man
me biare kakra wusu we on
na on say the entire me pie no information be na obi dey mama
okay relevant information
high court second court judge no
okay
apparently there's a law platform be so confirm President Mama to appoint judge in Abronye's case to high court bench.
Okay.
And information and say his honor has applied and has been vetted by the Judicial Council on 20th day of August 2025.
Okay.
On or after 1:20 p.m.
Hey.
For the position of High Court judge. I see Judicial Council could have proven around August last month we are and then do 1 month to grant we
the mechanic na me right
yeah right and all they call High Court too and I say papa we and sheni years animal fan rule or the court best sentence or more
hey na mo prof and na mo person mo
but say nice you really across the fair article 17
Godon
yeah
we article 17 you see say a judge like this now or court high court we should be worried we article 17 but headline equality and freedom from discrimination. Article 17:1. All persons shall be equal before the law.
Law dear and animal farmers.
What I say? All persons shall be equal before the law.
But is there any law in an animal farm?
Oh, there be tea. So he's so wrong.
He's so wrong.
He's so wrong.
What Papa painted a picture of our current situation. He said,
yes,
we are in an animal farm.
No, he's so wrong.
Four less good, two less bad. Now what?
Now came from the two.
And what's that to Idi Amin?
Oh, no, also Mugabe.
That he got it wrong.
He's so wrong.
Deputy Yanko Pong. Professor Atukuwokan of blessed memory. Was Gordon. There's no mere coincidence in this world.
Yes.
Sarokachen was say assembly be here we want here but we be obey
yes
yes so I said there's no mere coincidence in this world now it is not out of anything and a judge no equal to a statement by Idi Amin whereby Nancy
one quote Idi Amin or quote two.
No, but it is wrong attribution. I wrong attribution. Mugabe also can you want the car? Idi Amin the car. Yes.
Okay,
what say I can guarantee your freedom of speech, but I can't guarantee your freedom after speech. And I may say for social media, friend John Mahama, Idi Amin. So there's no mere coincidence in this one. I'm telling you, I don't know whether you are getting the linkages I'm trying to draw.
Now you're actually quoting the judge.
It's a judge can't say Mammy, a year fellow say, Stella Boatia, Minko to Nabama, me fellow Brabwahima. Yes, so he got it wrong. What
you should be governed by the supreme law of the land, which is the constitution, and not a book be actual. Wow, quote even wrong.
I could see almost saying,
the commandments.
No, but we are judged there. Constitution in Mra and also the Edgema.
And there will be fiction.
Only the fiction or the Edgema.
You have not appreciated the animal farm principle.
Yeah, and
if you had
Peter, I have not the idea knows. Oh.
Animal farm book no deba ko bi o made squilla o ba be so prof aso ye kwa
no okay bi na
squilla and Napoleon so ho do mo Napoleon oh goodness mafia kid
yeah na school of anti
oh prof just sir
elementary school yeah
me nyina kan okay, it's Professor Bwedi and I was saying, Prof, what's all the other for him for?
Speech, no?
Yeah, for President Muhammad speech
interventions.
Pacho Yanko.
Go down, I'm say IRPP na say Mofidi Mosaka Lansana.
You could tell license, Dada.
Maybe you restore.
Or more restoring.
Well, they are not. We issue a press a position paper on it.
Why issue that?
Yeah.
Last week. No, this week.
In fact, yes, sir. A buying penny for you restore. You restore. More online there, but I can't easy. See, yes, sir. Sir, they are no kakretum. Yes, sir, penny for the SCBano, Yinjana, you restore lances. Yeah.
Nah. For the proper that become a share. Modern one to me, yes, and I won't you know. Naka may share as someone President Mahama, no year opposition leader, one kasa a kind, a far, a brand and another president, and somehow kafa closer of various media houses. What so opulate at the command? Now opulate at the mean. Or so pilate at the command, President Kufuado. Now let you know what you President Kufuado said. One kasa ena what makwa say yen close you down various media houses. Na wo catch ni say any democracy. Na wo ma Ghana fo nyina aswa te say or no be president dia. No radio station and it be closed down. Nyamin charge me could be bia de ni sisi was say
Okantame.
Okano 11th February 2022. 11th February 2022. Open letter to President Akufo-Addo. Was it dear President Nana Akufo-Addo? I am appalled at the growing criminalization of speech and journalism in Ghana under your watch in this 21st century. An investigative journalist was murdered under very troubling circumstances. Yet, while the Ghanaian people and the international community have demanded justice, government's inability or unwillingness to act is obvious to all. The police have virtually shelved the investigations into this brutal murder. There have also been several disturbing incidents of harassment of journalists in the line of duty. We have witnessed media establishments close down on your instructions. Direct accusation of Akufo-Addo, despite many appeals to you. Now, in the space of less than 2 weeks, 4 people have suffered police action, criminalizing their right to free speech. As Attorney General at the time, who led the repeal of the criminal libel law in order that citizens could freely express their views, it is unconscionable to be suppressing the rights and criminalizing the speech of citizens and journalists. It is even more worrying when the power of the state is used as a pliant tool in this intimidating endeavor. Radio and TV presenter Captain Smart was dragged from court, and Obudu Benye has been incarcerated for statements he allegedly made civil society activists, as if to suggest insincerity behind the serious decriminalization of speech that you led. Another radio presenter, Bobi Ansa, has been arrested, detained, and charged, criminalized for speaking and making allegations against your wife. Again, last week, security personnel linked to your party brutalized a radio presenter and producer in the city of Takoradi. Such lawless attacks have today become common occurrences in our country. President Akufo-Addo, you cannot continue to oppress the people, criminalize speech when these matters are essentially civil in nature, if you feel offended by them. This is John Mahama writing 11 February 2022. It is even more sad that the Ghana Journalists Association and its senior members, many of our clergy and other moral leaders, scared because of the oppressive and dictatorial regime you are running, have remained quiet in the face of this disturbing development in a maturing democracy. This is a dangerous blueprint you are fashioning for our dear nation, and it must not be encouraged. Your actions as president have totally discredited your self-acquired accolade as a human rights lawyer and activist. Ghana has long emerged from the unfortunate past where journalists were cowed by incarceration and brutalization. I fear that if you do not take immediate action to arrest this unfortunate trend, when you exit the high office of the president in January 2025, freedom of speech and the free media will certainly not be counted as part of the legacy you leave behind. Your brother, John Dramani Mahama. President Mahama, the truth. Or not the truth. Beside this, no. Was that can say, what the Peter said about Salamwa. Okay, it's Mutamutuku.
NDCD on 28 years. I'm just in a Bakaya about democracy.
Yes, me and America. I should be getting in. If I'm born 10, but we're 5 minutes more. Don't try the because I know what's that. We don't want a quickie. Okay, Yanko.
Go on, TM say, yes, 74. Sabi, maybe I will do. In fact, I may change this month or the quarter. Say Benya rule of law report and a quality of governance report or whatever. Okay. And I want to see Ghana, your position, your rankings.
Okay. Rule of law.
It will be interesting, and I'm looking for that report.
Is there a report like that?
Oh yeah, quality of governance.
Quality of governance. Yes.
You also report, I share all these parameters. Maybe I will do. Now, and them say, the Bena President share media no. 2 days ago.
And Richie. Thursday. No, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Manya Quanti live program. Now, we'll be sending me video. Nibi. Now, me tombua see etie kosi the end. Now, other nyoma dear, make us say fancy ho. Nemo near metia na sebi and Thomas Muye. Near me the chno, yes, before the speech, now what can it be on the 8th July? Also, gold board and Amasi Dino, I have brand here. Before here,
media.
It is gold board that has made the city
a brand here
and a brand here now. To me, first statement, and I'm saying, na gold board no bad bang. Timikofa Bank of Ghana or more functions are more.
Okay.
Now the major functions of BOG are monetary policy controls.
Yes.
1. Exchange rate stabilization. 2. 3. Obe building reserves. Now we're making sure say liquidity our system. And you might be 9 here. Say no gold board and they in charge of monetary controls cedi exchange rate stabilization, liquidity, and then building reserves. The banners are the SSI.
And my father will be at Missy.
Enti metis asa na no kore ni enkoye mame me de to wa enti osamount platform on Wednesday and osan ka say o se say there BOG and ama cedi no ejina from July one story, September one different story. Na e won so
pa
o say ira Kofod Beka say sika mpedede o kan twi ni nti ye de yesere keke o sika mpedede o ka about noise here on currencies.
Yes,
it just a currencies thrive on confidence.
Yes,
and confidence is built as a result of consistency. So two ways way. So when you're consistent on an issue about currency no nehoche no na ade ye biase bia no ewonsunsan so enti obo hu say ye can be brave say your currency dey ye careful because you were true leadership na omo kan sem na enkoye o say careful. In fact oka sasem on July anajo no na me bon pa say governor na otie sansem abafa kan na wantie na also we enkofa ka say BOG governor on resign
I say one we na juma.
Yeah, in fact other jurisdictions and Kabe resign omo na two Yura Mahama for say cedi no be also gina 10 to 12 obekai.
Yes,
now in finance if principal and agency theory. Opening and now Jumara and wow ye worker.
Okay,
there's a theory of
okay.
So my catcher say I will say it's not 10 to 12. Go on. So see the no sa 13, 14 Obesa intervene na.
Obesa ye. He said so we jai.
He say principal and agency theory. So principal and say I will say Gina say
12.
It's a 12, 13, 14 now. By now, consult Nejmato. Because it does say secret even now would see any Ramahama Abeyuto. And I say Ramahama would intro. Two options. Yes, sir, Yemboa. Intermaker say, na see the no or two birth certificate. One by reforms. One by intervention.
Yes.
Enti mesre say ye kan sem we a esan say cedi no sabe on pedede na yemra na asempotia okaye ai eye that day o say obekai somewhere May there was an interview Joy Joy Express PM Express by one presenter.
Okay.
On the Bank of Ghana governor koye meeting.
Okay.
Now we meeting no and now me transcribe in your car.
Okay.
It was about these same interventions. He's on record to have said or said the stability you are seeing now was not being propped by interventions.
Governor.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the intervention?
Interventions.
Okay.
It is not because we are selling reserves for stability. No. Remember, our reserves program is actually going up by day. We are building more and more reserves. All that we are doing is strengthening the surge in inflows. A number of foreign exchange market reforms are being implemented. It is the combination of all these factors. Go to Chelsea. Bank of Ghana yen fine san share sika sem bia sidini de noa na nya economy
yen share the kubu ye miemia no
kono o se fense
kubu
kubu
kubu what first attack
no kubu no English na there
Inducement. Prof, when what put me to the test?
Oh yeah.
You. My baby.
And Papa we can say we ana. Na president be ka different thing ana. O see en fa en san she mu kra. Na obe kai say ye ka say see apeja mu ye ni age. The actual appreciation of the seed 2 times bill. You will era August until 8 months.
Except for the September.
Yeah, we don't find August.
Okay.
Your 8 months. I cost through 2 times. Did they 2 times? Era February to January to February. I call form. In the era February to March. A year flat and cost and coffin.
Ejinaho.
And the page kakra to 8.9% in April. So May, any who's our page can see power to 27.3% from 9% to 27.
And is that a song?
In the honor say you show.
Say then at that time it be said
jump can see to me from 8.9 all the way to 27. Appreciation. Wow. The honor IRP cover data. Said no, say investigating. And when you who say your export grow, and you might come on enough. In your stack see power from 4.3, I could see $13.8 billion. There's a difference, and $9.5 billion. In fact, so in your export.
Wow.
At that time, in the show says so when you export now you look at say about reserves. You're checking reserves, difference of account a 5.3%. I mean, $1 billion. It is a Westport called 9.5. Now reserves are called 5.3. It's just a 4 bill baby. You move a beer. Fine, is that fine X and fine X?
Hey, we are fine Y.
We know X. We know X.
Y.
Fine Y. And the whole night you decide na size kind of way. So what grew into who say side jump at 8.9 be 27 no. A honey two scan at the good system. The one IMF force we can say 4 point be why you World Bank say you who says scan. Interior asiama e ka say your first can fan tungu mo. A place also resign.
Na enya no cre. Data and support to sir.
And support. When la be ka say.
Omu mi ade no.
Na omu ye.
Omu se du kubu.
Etu de.
Omu se du kubu. Omu word lagate no nam ho. Se du kubu.
Kokodo.
Prof, omu se du kubu. Chese on say boxing. Eto bia yon ko mo kan se ko bu. Omu boxing doping. A boxer na nke yefere doping na ho odi ni nuru ho but ne Mike Tyson e ba beku enti e was say I say one in pani e ma two blows bebre doping kubu doping ni twidi kubu
the first tweet as am here we say kono bre
sir
e say question say for sense info yi ne di ho atepe
enyabo analyze
class no be sent me teacher ne bo be ant me
na tempo na bobo e kwale throw boy
no se enti ase o se compare and contrast how do you
na mo just so anyway
go down
yeah prof
into here governor me dey mean castle on resign
but more kind
unim ni empese meka we must have a conversation for what is an establishment of financial control authority in Ghana.
Financial control authority.
Ghana also TV.
Yeah, one ever head na dey on be.
It's an oversight responsibility. of all the financial system. One, SEC, NPRA, NIC, and about 4 or senior body a bit more control.
One is SEC, head no.
Abeji, me madam for your deputy.
Now you would be a Mensa Thompson. Prof, go to Mensa Thompson, so a deputy, the of Security Exchange Commissioner. It tells Mensa Thompson. What are you telling me? Mensa Thompson. Mensa Thompson. Mama governor no di me hene and any ma farm governor di hene ye do be ye.
So your consider inconsistency. And you can answer.
But Prof, governor of the Bank of Ghana no mu and now fiscal policy when they send in Nansano. So no who else can have oversight responsibility over the country?
No, the other part who said monetary policy no. So about next month. Good. Unwa dey koso. Committee ni nyina share. Now the maybe before say sit na say cause now we say cause now it's okay ni vote no proper data I that why just say
support
this we figure you do gum
based
on the other indicators model yes
much about
sir one of the first report by BOG
and
or the be a decision now can the back person more we can. That's the first novella here by.
Really?
Into all kind no actual. No, I vote. No, we can. No, we say yeah. Okay, anchor 21.5. Always anchor near majority now.
Hey, everybody, there's a danger there.
When there was a paper we wrote, so we must start having conversation. Model being the use to come out with our monetary policy figure.
I think I read it.
We should have a conversation. Until sure, no query ni. Me kase on resign for now. But me kase we must start having that conversation. Say they must have a board that have an oversight responsibility to be able to control this.
Okay.
Into buying mantle stage, Wednesday. And I said, debut, me beautiful intervening. Omu to skagum.
President Mahama.
Omu to skagum. Then was say dear. Ye jai.
Hey, wako confession.
This is the time who said the government was factual. In fact, one on his speech, I said, "We didn't quarry pa."
We
didn't quarry pa. Say, we didn't quarry betuto. But it's at a cost. What can get you? But the cost of the statement, you need to quantify to the international community. So you waited for other big organizations to force you. Now, meaning force, they say, a done so, it's a America's and a Korea.
The reality, no, a bowa. Don't be yarn.
Now, go on your giant intervention, only there, see. From 27.3, no, a tip by 0.3.
Hey.
Yeah. You just depreciation, no? 0.3 and about 1.8. It's about 8.9, the latest one. I just not the big cost. You can't in the wajai. God must not wait to do this for economy. Okay, you see, and one price of man and cobonio. Hey, Debbie, we will never in any day. Sir Oman, ni ye ni nation, Tia Kasa, Aya, Sebi, Yan Penny for now, Muntia Kakra, because of mine, Yan Kasa mo. Pneumonia, a bomb pine say, bit me a corner name. Now, a corner name in your faso. Yes. Nemo, we must not wait until the last minute and Sana Vedino car. If only they would take, said the 47 more canon in good faith, he said, in stakeholders towards nation building. It can be come not come back from Pemudia. Yanko good ball straight. Go on, I'm saying, yeah,
on the city, no. Why? Small point be a man who speech media budget intervention.
Hey, now I say, Prof, say or say or not almost they were not intervening. Or share Parliament Economy and Development Committee. Ranking member. He told them, say, they pumped in $2 billion to stabilize the city.
Yes.
He told them.
Yes.
And our gold board, gold for oil, and so is also supported with the stability of the steel by $1.7 billion. Gold for oil, no, almost say, Enya Papa, or Mama, make chemo, or make cancel, no. So they said they'll cancel.
But also,
even finance minister said it never even existed. They said through that process, go for oil, no, it helped to stabilize the $1.7 billion to be able to crack oil instead of direct forex go for oil no alone help stabilize it by $1.7 billion. Nti sa send the okana oman bi anka fana BOG governor way
beba makoko do upon my Facebook. I remember I remember say oye no make post
correct
5th August. Second paragraph was say prices of gold have shot up by about 43% and cocoa by about 90% between 2024 and 2025, leading to strong forest earnings to support the city. Additionally, the BOG has intervened with over $2 billion USD from our reserves to push the city. In response to worries about sustainability, the BOG is commencing a program to hedge a portion of our gold reserves. The gold purchase program has been a masterstroke. That was the amount. Was the Parliament is on recess.
Yes.
The Economic and Development Committee is winding down on our work. Monday, we met the Bank of Ghana to take a look at half-year data.
Well, I see.
It's right after meeting Governor Lenin Pennyphone and a summary of
this information given to the committee.
It comes at a very high cost. Yeah, but more actions necessary now. What's the impact on Judicial? Like I had the last time. A creative uncertainty. One names and occurrence in the Beko. I don't know how no. Bakofa okra no na dollar no rate A. A bidu na dollar no rate C. And you say rate C no beton no. Onim sania or beton be na dollar no create na. Emma ejwedifo ho kyerɛ mo pa dodo na sika crash if it's a kotono dollar boarding na obeba na dollar no ade achi dollar na ba form kra na ontimi nton no saa bo no otiso kakra waboka enti eyade a ejwedifo no mo ha mo pa. The second point so I may make and is you see here you are international and say you need to understand why you are doing what you are doing. Me who say sometimes I tend to think say as any ending no correct, but other times too it appears to me say abananka sano ni oye no onwa de konti oye ni oye on shedan se ni oye na se me jiri se enche ira baomia ne word bi anu yusu oba be yusu incompetence because say within 1 month my dollar to me city to me appreciate by about 28%. Economics be in here. Now another month I start from that increase to 0.
Magical world. Peter.
Yes. Clearly no. I'm saying something is not right. May 28th at CEO Summit, Governor Asako Rupiti said the CD appreciation is not engineered. Asako Rupiti. Baunim, the mid-year fiscal policy review, budget statement now. Ato forcing eko kan wo parliament now. July ya no kan parliament no. On my hint said they were doing the engineering
at forcing.
Yes.
What's it saying?
Who share the media budget no ready na. Page 21 on exchange rate development. The famous apeke part now. Was it Mr. Speaker?
Famous.
Oh, sir, actually, I be na yi pa. Okay, we dey matter.
Famous.
Hey, Montessori for omo haju.
Ade kwa na boutique person.
Okay. Or say, Mr. Speaker, government committed to implement the following measures to stabilize the exchange rate.
Okay.
And about first, gold board.
Gold board,
and about implement appropriate forest forward auctions to support the stability of the state.
First auction.
And only a intervention.
But first auction, the debate on me, a normal and I'm what? Yes. Okay.
Oh, and about 24, even though 24 hours, no. Was in your mouth, my year. I must still not stabilizing a gold board. 24 hours. 24 hours. I say they've implemented 24-hour economy.
Please. Hey, Mr. I was for a higher movement television program in the Bɛkyerɛ, and you streaming live all social media platforms in Facebook and YouTube, and then a power pack. Okay, back to Prof.
Listen. I saw kind of was 2 million around.
Oh,
sure. Yeah, the request. Yeah, the request. Out here to gold board.
Yes.
To get the data of almost shipment as if since March or so. Yeah, they call it. Yeah, chia data. Me call. We call one radio station. Me and I'm saying call from my office. Until you say, on say, yes, a letter. Until you say, be a call data and ready. Letter no say, and some call BOG. A honor more, didn't you? Honor is a vacant data.
Sir, RTI Echo Gold Board. Yeah. For them,
see, your data. Data for gold S. Because we did that. RFP needed that data to make a case.
Ukada na me call join news no, right?
Yeah.
Ukada no. Ukada. Me can ho say men treaty minority say omo bi no ko parliament a omo musa sa question no na finance minister emfa gold board for this data ni na amra say omo gold ni free because they should be able to tell us any shipment
that data no would do as good.
Yes, we have to get it.
So be a bit of boy beer should get us that data. You compare the car buying the man in their budget. Any no more to me I export because your first report it was so damning. She budget allocation the man. Any gold also what? Your man 1 cedi sir. 1 cedi ultimate quarter gold by 200. What can you difference now on the quarter? What this kind of
okay. The business.
Illegal you purchase via bar now say unya no way. Because you go by your budget. And now, because this cafe will be a young capture now. Because what ship huge, yes. And if you look at how much they have shipped, and that's how much huge. So difference no way. Data you bomb fire so be a men's anchor data. You want if I had the bad 15 questions in that too.
David, you need to use RTI no. So it's almost like a governor.
Also, in Bank of Ghana.
Prof, won't you be my Indian issue at me? Young fire, I shall say, won't you motivate me? They say, Arutiano. Because we need to get it. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. All right. Okay, it's Professor Asare-Bediako and Eddie and Kubono. Yes, I go back to President Mahama, a brownie Shia, no, or then say Jofu Shia, no. Now, his position on Galamsey. Ye person no asem and ye can see. I was say 10-20. It's a 40 minutes. You be used to batch up pictures better motivate Peter no.
Proof my gold board.
But maybe who picture
$279 million.
I get picture. Because them who na fe. Eti no problem. You be 20 minutes no. I will Galamsey. Me I 20 minutes on campaign Ecoso within MPP so no. I would miss that all. Yeah, quite.
I'm a Galamsey there now. Say Galamsey there. Say Galamsey now. It's Galamsey is way so. Last me who say Peter Krum cry to 2 Galamsey or Obi Fee or Peter Krum. Atija. Hey, Charlie. Galamsey de mama mobile Omankasa, they are fighting as to who to control the Galamsey business within government.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, yes. They are fighting within government on who to control, which in anti-Galamsey task force Nebeya in charge. They are fighting.
Yes.
It's obvious. Our national organizer Kraka says here in this bandit task force is Nina. You mean?
Almost
statistics Yes.
I mean,
I'll just link you to a animal farm. Only say or no Ankasano. The entire or fight only say Attorney General refer or no. And any vice chairman to Yoko.
Yes,
say investigate you or more for their alleged involvement in Galamsey activities.
Yes.
And yet maybe directly I say they are part of a syndicator or Mojiji. They are supporting Galamsey for. That allegation has been there. Attorney General Minial Penny Ayene or refer or more to Yoko. When they say up to now, they've not been invited by Yoko.
Debbie.
Yes, say animal farmer, Motihana, mo argument. So that is it. Make Galamsey the Mahama Swaba. But here Amafo Bebre says state of and now I make account baby say I don't think he say the only way to fight Galamsey Obe state is a state of emergency. Obe declare state of emergency because this was a statement Mayor and Akufado say you don't need state of emergency to fight Galamsey. So and I don't intend changing that stance Mayor. But or more opposition time no sir Mahama ministers almost say state of emergency na beti na fight it many why. Then when I was saying say it is not the right way to go or Momo say it was the right way to go but people are expecting say once they have come so almost say state of emergency na right way to go.
Yeah,
once they have now come to government then they should implement what they were preaching. A Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, okay, Madam for Ama Kofibua, also state of emergency.
Yes. Minister
for Foreign Affairs, also state of emergency. President Akufo-Addo on the
fine. Ablakwa.
Facebook man.
Aye. All of what you was see, no, what
say, Yanjai,
what just why is a spirit? Yes, we should ban all manner of
put to moratorium.
I'll show a video right away. What the twasso?
Many Madam for Pa Haruna Idrisu, on also state of emergency. Sir, DSTV man way.
DSTV man bay. DSTV man bay.
DSTV man way. Or no say president won't declare also a person stop here or bet him within 1 week, 2 weeks or best state of emergency and declare. Or no go crowd joining labor unions and Okoji Mike Okasasa. Jata.
Sam George, I said, okay.
On this is on the DSTV for Neko.
And as on him, may I don't make call black Busa person, Mamma say, and now blast a match in a ball of Accra, or she be an because I was offering him. Because I don't come back to she be. Because but me don't bend will use Ghana TV behind DSTV, why you don't wash DSTV, I know you present Hamma, come back to wash. No, we have to wash him.
And said, I don't know if I to say reduce prices.
That been almost is a government agency being used with DSTV.
Sadia no.
Yes, Emma Kofi Adams. He was caught using DSTV.
No, I was in the office.
Yes, Kofi Adams. You see, animal Bolma, I'm a more child play.
I didn't know settings no more. Someone will settings. They say last year, say QNet. QNet is a night. I make all of a night pram.
Killing it.
Pram name on me money is love, God is love, you know, and no be a mine. God is love, and so look, Galamsey there. Many opinion Mahama or the AI. They fighting Galamsey. AI, no, I don't know how long it will take to deploy AI. AI, no, FBI. China for say AI I think they are almost a leading country in terms of AI right now. Yes. I think China says a plane call and a plane Ajako.
That's what Marco.
I mean, now AI, how many years now you should offer to deploy AI? And I'm manufacturer of that specific specification and no one deploy. Also a bar campaigns or no bar or bed jai or ma Presakuva do Chomono. They were not the Omonia campaign. Guru boys. Obechi penny for Nankasa. How long does it take? Say Obechi sir. Now I suppose he knew them. Of course. He knew them. Apart from Mokochi Chamawoon to me, say or no company out of mine, yeah, mining or forest, they have not even showed any video and no evidence. Why not? Or Machino. MP Sukra, NDC MP Christ Hunu Valley. He's involved in Galamsey. Almost chairman NBB are involved. Or I think they are part of the Guru boys.
So, NDC MP.
Yes.
Hunu Valley. Traditional authority war enclave hono. Press conference.
And I'm sure.
And almost over Chinese.
Yes.
Because so see Galamsey no. Almost assassin who can assassin Jane.
But I know or your Guru boy or your campaign.
Okay, I get you.
Or a campaign. So Galamsey there, on him say last. If you read what Asare-Bediako, or see, or no, I disappointed. Say, Mama, his stance on Galamsey, it shows clearly, say Galamsey, no, either say on Tiasie, the air cost on the ground, say he's not been properly briefed, or he knows the effect near my cost of bad on Kanokre, but he has moved away from the stance and I saw the fact Galamsey, a bonny, say, dear. What say one of the issues a water company site here for asking for 280
Galamsey.
Almost say the turbidity level of water. Say higher west. Say I can say higher west cry. So if you are fighting Galamsey, will it be west? If you have fought it well within the last 8 months, will it be west?
The president wouldn't be via. So you use the word reluctant.
State of emergency, no.
I was say he's reluctant to use. Because they were reluctant, I said, which means all institutions in our culture they say won't declare.
Yes.
But one not Edward took a decision, said, men,
yes.
Oh, you look, I see a new one. But say he's reluctant to do it. Even the face of the fact say institutions that guys may be able to stand and say, well, no, but just that me and yes,
but he even I don't agree. But even said there are avenues that have not been exhausted.
By one man is advising. Okay, if
let's agree, say avenues should not be exhausted.
That is communication person. If those avenues have not been exhausted, then there's no reluctance. Because a new but
someone must say will be a communication.
What your communication expert? What your communication by who your communication doesn't am I a political scientist?
No.
We are political science.
No.
But am I a political scientist?
No. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, now
Mama proud to side
will be an expert. Will be an expert.
I want you to
will be one so is a security expert. Meanwhile, be a security and he learned it on the internet.
Akwaya was say what year or your business the you was out to crazy.
Who could read there now?
Eric, mama video but your photos from the CIA.
Galamsey there.
Video be the actual state of emergency for how far no photos is there na me hwese die esiti why
the Galamsey there yen nyina say omanga sano
all mining
as I said stop now oma form different groups.
Okay. See, Mutibi.
And lockdown during COVID, let there be a certain declaration of it. It shows seriousness.
Yes, I think that national emergency should be declared now and today, not tomorrow.
a state of emergency.
Never say or best state the state of emergency. Now President Mahama, even if he didn't say it, did he stand as an independent candidate?
Oh, what kind?
He stood, granted, he stood on the ticket of National Democratic Congress. Yes, sir. Omo kasaya nyina, omo nye leading members of NDC.
Yes, omo.
In fact, Nepal appointed as a Lands and Natural Resources Minister, Amabua. On a minister for land, no,
yes.
So if he did not believe in what Amabua did and believe is Amabua be one fight, will he have appointed him?
No.
So more being the case is Mahama and Kasa and declare state of emergency.
I'm talking about end this one press conference. I'm going to say Uncle Bill 19 constitution on baby crazy. So yes,
almost say new manifesto state of emergency.
All right, Abuja for Yanko, Prof. Oko. Now Beka Galamse Gakra. 1 minute.
1 minute na unim. Abaya was show commitment part to this fight towards the government say Kufado.
It's not in doubt.
Suleiman Ibrahim said
on record. Or say if a bit cost to make the president cry, I will do it. Indeed. Uncle say
across
MPP defeat. It contributed. Yes. I cost MPP for.
What do you want?
Share Peter Mau time. Obekai.
Mekai.
Burning
excavators.
Rural areas.
Including MPP National Women's Organized excavators.
I need refia semo. Share MPP fighter. Any aban way in the 8-month fighting. Go down. Enko.
Mati.
Share a whole galamsey. You tack front. Got divided. And I led a group, silent majority group.
Led by Professor Asare-Bediako as a spokesperson.
We fought, so no. And no a giant council, a whole UTAC, young code journey, for instance, TUC for Labor Union. You declare state of emergency. You know, I say, on position. One I can't say.
Who did you want to say? It's too short to say Mama on declared state of emergency.
You understand? Because if you say, Sata, your position, a silent majority group say no. There are other Nyoma or say, and some I could declare. Yet the idea is a contention, young crow for codum, ye beer. And then, one year, avenues be also exhausted. All right,
it was a 480 Professor Asare-Bediako and a Martinica. Oh, but Yanko.
Okay, go on, Medase. And see on the Galamsey issue. Go on the Galamsey issue. Videos now, boy, you know. Na and Sembi run it through. Yes, seminar, no, yes, sir. I was said declare state of emergency now. That's all. Obia can be. Obia can from Okujetua Blakwa Honorable to Honorable Haruna Idrisu to Amakufibua to Sam George and even the president. Almost now. But and the president Enya Kwenya Shia Ghana for near Kasa from Memoir. Asamba Kwakaye or say we haven't exhausted the powers. War ye debekon, you know, he doesn't see the need for states of emergency. And he also said say mama security agencies and powers enough to fight this issue. And clearly, one who said the position before by your president, as I'm now why president da any the position of somebody president and all. Assassin completely. Why 360 on that? Meanwhile, no, Nansea Union be Ekunya Quenchia ewimshen ekote omohwe ye yenya yewura foreign minister honorable Judicial Blakwa a obeka say President Mahama oti asama waka kire omo at cabinet say obeye ruthless ebagaram say he strongly believes say obitua na more ibi mada. Then the president comes to say ade no kra no yento yabo yenyendru sa eba enyuma bebre mabunu nya adwuma ene ho ensem bebre. This is the same president obaso oma yeyi abadwuma for be 40,000 a day. Inti so okase jobs inti a na say clearly asam no person this is a done 9 na galamsey e wosi etias yes se koswa emwa obia emwa yentemamfo ochina sase de beyefu yenye bimfanyefu enti ye kom ne beba. Apart from that san say yensuo ya de baako a e bed ni pa so beka say we import insuo now we import no ye de trucks and the echo Burkina Faso ana Togo ana Ivory Coast akotwe insuo abagana am yenye bi ede adware yenye bi ede anom yenye bi ayi di adwuma ana se nen ebeye ya de ebese president say ma onhwe Ghana for se Ghana for eye NDC card bearer members nko a esan say obaye no ne yehu se asia ne se obi a ofele se oye mining mempo ele legitimate ne o maya ne se oma ama NDC for akwako take over yewura wontumi e de no ye akonta mines a clear example. We providing documents we indicate we can be obi an challenge no se a proper small scale mining we large scale or the requisite license or the enejuma eso ene ya pamode free honum ena enkofo a omunim hunim de omonya miners but can only mine illegally ya mo kwan no modi sa adwuma yi ya tie free ewura ya mean ono kasa eye na homete se bosha omode share galamsey for sombo mama adwuma no aban pesosia no kwantie ne ya makwan se wa wo ye bia kwakwai wadwuma mama ma politics en ma oman no ensei sa se eye na enya bi eya enye na ne eye na eye mpo no ya manager ene ama bi ekoye ne enye in the name of politics me se me trimeni ane me hu ne se ne aban ne tries for be ne se oma ba so fofure no omo members no aye ne du ho ma ye se ne omoko ampa na se o we nam na ro ketrema nam papa be no ware enya de agalamsey na so no me kwakuta bi nko anase godne Asare-Bediako Asare-Bediako anase yinyu no me o hey enko na be affecting oman no na yesay no nti e besre wasan ba biem wedi president ohu ni ankoso yie omma na namontuo ni kasemu ene ne ye enko enye ade a ebeda ho amaganafo a ochena bi no yenya rehwemo se ana ganafo ene beji se at least ne okasa kwakosua no e ba bededi because galamsey fight there ne president akan kire se onye hu bibia onye hu bibia
but don't be surprised why you be da and ujai ye no feeling na Mahama ya ga na ye environment minister Emma waka say afedie baby aduno muntimi je bi do majai the new strategies President Mahama first attempt do buy do ye.
It looks like that same posture and otiki even if even more to the earlier posture take no person trainer say simple bit me hu bibia ogide say enuru say ebetu sa na mo state of emergency no basically me trainer say yen declare say e ho yen to mine okrum ha inti no si declare for 1 month obi a ye ho se wafa soso wafa water pumping machine wafa chamfan eko ba bia no next ononko a na ye ho se wakwako dis adwuma no and it's so easy to stop. It would have been an easier to implement. Nase obi beye mining gradually we warm ourselves into the mining again. This would have been an easier way to do it. Yes, Reno. On the position. Na ebeha Ghana. Ebeha ochna oni hono mo a ebeha ne ma. Ebeha ne nananom. Yes, mrantie ne maba wa Ghana for mrantie ne maba wa eji twi ekoto abama NDC. Ebeha omo nyina. Enti yesre. Migidi se ye hwe enkofo bi nsem mo kan ya Manase Azuri ebeka bibi after Yewura press conference no. I say on Galamsey, however, he has been very disappointing. I refer to Asema President Kafa Galamsey. And I say I feel more hopeless after listening to the president. Where Manase Azuri, Yanjwe Suleiman Abrahama, Executive Secretary, Media Foundation for West Africa. Also, I can say Akufo-Addo fought Galamsey harder than Mahama's current government. We join news. These are people. Erasmus also a Canadian. We mu yankrofo a omuji jina mu omone Yewura Mahama nankasa. Ene Yewura Kojeto Ablakwa, Yewura Haruna Idrisu, Yewura Amakofiboa, Yewura Sam George. Ekonye se yenye state of emergency on Galamsey. Na yenjai Galamsey emprempren enye ochna. Sankofwe are expressing disappointment. Into say Ramhama etias say nipa omono omo tu anamo siense sa ban be san say Galamsey no say nsuo no omo abemu abu ewo ne ho eni nanamo a otu oh medase papa lawyer kwakuta bi amponsa na matering kanu na AI so mo fact check bi o baby into a quick AI fact check was saying meta fact check was saying that quote, I can guarantee you freedom of speech, but I can't guarantee you freedom after speech, is often misattributed to Robert Mugabe, but it was actually said by Idi Amin Dada, the former military ruler of Uganda. The confusion where AI and the DNA, I said the confusion is widespread, and even a Ghanaian circuit court judge recently misquoted it as Mugabe's during a legal ruling, sparking public criticism. Mugabe was known for his fiery rhetoric and controversial statements, but this particular line doesn't appear in verified records of his speeches or interviews. Pathetic. AI and this is look at the embarrassment. Before judge, no, we do circuit courts, no, I know be judge, no, not why learned colleague. Of course, into the quotation. I was so careful. You, how you should kakra. You, yes. Now, more say more creme who let what a put na me adona ayini off nti godo bra Galamsey Mr. Sadbach Eric facha me ma send you video bi pa cho hwe oh okay dabi ma sisi yenko
Galamsey ni di kan dem pese me ka se
mo menye ne se pese ka dota ba me ayini dia mo menye ne snap
it was not an MPP's creation.
Galamsey.
Yes.
Oh how? You understand you
but unu say bin move fi say oh yeah am so MPP time na Galamsey na man for here. What you say? It was not a President Akufo-Addo not the Galamsey ba Ghana. But President Mahama the first time because no say Galamsey headquarters were in fa. And you were right to say NDC attempted fighting Galamsey in 2014, 2015, 2016. To the extent that at the time, the minister, minister for environment, Mama Yariga, Eka said, Omabre, Tie de Okaye, at the time. Also, where there is mineral resources, people will do everything and whatever it takes to be able to extract those resources.
Mama Yariga.
Mama Yariga. Oye Tio. I say the approach in fighting this, the approach is needed to deal with it, to deal with its destructive effects. Tio, I have called the Minerals Commission, I've called the EPA, I've called all the stakeholders, and I said, look, it looks like we cannot stop them from mining. So why don't we help them to mine properly? Tio, it extends to traditional authorities, the local government authorities. Many of these institutions are failing us. This Mama Yariga, or Ma Galamsey at the time, said na eha or mine. And a President Kufuor Dubai. And a Ghana for say, hey, President, do something about Galamsey. To be sure, Obane mining for 1 year.
Yes.
Small scale mining.
Small scale mining. For 1 good year. Ama yemu bi ne kunto kwa kra se na ahunya. The NDC took advantage of President Kufuor as some of the council and the presidency are on the line. And call Galamsey sites, any areas, new constituencies, square campaign. And they actually benefited from the campaign on Koye. In fact, who share the election results from 2020 to 2024, all the mining areas. But the NPP crowd winning at Gohonia, MP dominated area no crano. NDC I appreciate Kesepa. And the Kofa Boise problem Keseba Yanka Aquano said no way winning at the homes and by court cast of Moko kind year. He who said, I. One way Freeman, Radin Fanny currency. Amen. Shall say, NDC campaign to catch the Boise illegal miners and say, even Anglo Gold crowd, Mukono Maguna, President Kufuor buy a very revival ma, or Boise for them. On the catch of Muba, on Baji site in Biamom. And Captain Smart. And to him say, NDC winning per 19th January. And I can say for call Anglo Gold for sites. Amuko Nipa 8 ko wuye no statement no ha Anglo Gold issue statement say a large crowd of armed illegal miners attempted to forcibly gain unauthorized access to mine infrastructure. Authorities mobilized to defend against this attack and to ensure the safety and security of employees and those in the immediate surroundings. The authorities have confirmed that 7 illegal miners tragically lost their lives in this incident, and that a number of the illegal miners and a member of the public security forces were injured. This is the Anglo Gold statement on 19 January 2025. Because of politics and NDC or bossing in the mining areas. About the President Mama through the spokesperson, Madame Felix Fuzukwache, or issue statement on the 19th January. Also, the government wishes to express deep regrets over the tragic loss of the 8 lives. Owieno say, in response to the unfortunate incident, President John Dramani Mahama has ordered an immediate investigation to determine the circumstances surrounding the clashes and ensure that any individual found to have acted unlawfully are brought to justice.
What's he saying?
The last time, woman's your Kobwase. Yes, statement or say government has meanwhile asked the management of Anglo Gold Ashanti to bear the medical expenses of the injured individuals fully and to facilitate the barrier arrangement for those who have lost their lives. I'm say assembly you know the regional minister near this phone we call her. Omunsi hobio.
Eda ho machi bi hwe video
bi. Okọ boase anto boase a awe ho.
won kan say be mo fie
that be settle and what ye is citizen
I would cry
and now match me video be as Amenfi East MC
yeah
Amenfi East MC yes friend nana a bass saying
yeah
yes wa blue water guard for yes wa galamsi ai it's what a bullet or my me resolution or my bullet passa MC
so MC1 blue water new
me too that would be they so there bubu oh Mr. one come
drift my sins and Omoba power MC so obi the appointment letter but MC boy be na na so
I'm a physicist I'm
making
okay
and obi the appointment letter so aba ono so ye MP boy aba say ono ne am appointment letter say ono be coordinator for drip ho and MC say o release a machine no
Emma no
emfa manipa no. It is a constituency chairman, any MP on one side, and MC and switching on one side. Am I Danny Pupo? Hey,
yes, guess what shit? Put your shit.
Oh, yeah, this but I are who, but so share
among them a
campaign messages are a course at the time to the extent that President Mahama say. A man for cry, Gam says, Yakocho more site no. Yenya omo. Don't do oba, obey die omo because campaigns is a baby. Nzade na Yakochi Galam say, our site say, you don't move court. And ne, but the mama buy, but on chairman for Galam say site. Wakochi campaign be. Why is he? Now, who hear the statement? You can say, oh, almost about 1,002 people be on my choma, or more do more court. Na China for no say jai or mo go back to omukrom enti sa 1,002 now wakocho from Galamsey site no campaigns no mo way.
Don't forget to say Galamsey for no eto cars edema
oh yes yeah any day
we message am me read with am call was say bacho bibia yenyi din kakra was say John Mahama promised to get as many NDC lawyers on the bench and those already on the bench elevate them. Clearly, the NDC knows that it lacks the capacity to operate within the law. Thus, preferred tribunals to courts of competent jurisdiction. If a judge can give a ruling without citing law, but a satire of the 19th century, and also get a quote wrongly attributed, then you must understand why JDM was hysteric about Araba Iseba Tokuno. Obidia or the Ebayo no.
Kota kura no nim.
Hey, o say yen kwache. Unse o say o the small scale managers be call
Australia. Oh, one back no coordinate video me yat am.
Now nim say e ho no illegal mining Galamsey e ho. O say omun konko sia proper way of doing mining. Meanwhile, there are countless statements from Reuters ni BBC e chere say omun kra no Galamsey for ha omun wo ho. Omako chichi bia ebinum kura aku security officers.
Do you need to send somebody to Australia? You don't have to mind.
But the mama said there's no wisdom in using soldiers to go and arrest Galamseyers. That kind of statement no happen.
But
and then you should soldiers some kwachi Galamsey.
Koka yenko straight papa Galamsey.
Nanado Ebusa John Dramani Mahama. Where do you stand on Galamsey? When to me and Yano only abem Oba abem and Oba says was a gold no mood. Says you was a man of gold. Ain't at least Munya Bibi Kakraum. Ain't he says Uninia a Jumano a cost. Well, acquisitions near Koso. I said Jumano Koso. No tigala say ni gusu sesi ya nini ane beje nyankrofo atu ama o manya good mini adia ye media you see mumusa mo lance minister ne say
cause lance minister enye wo mo lance minister or Ghana lance minister
o sun ye se wuntumi e na ayesa no oye de obeye wiye ye did be two wound to me soon be galamsey na aba fom ana ye jai mumusano Matisse coalition for no can say there's been almost about over 200% increment over galamsey na ewo ho no morning say na mo na mo ye campaign ma papa no nzezi agye mu nsem a mo ni ngwase me meka mo bi na mo fo say ke ma mo position na galamsey na solve na mo fo say mu gina galamsey hu eye de ne enne even deputy CEO of Gold Board opion person obi abe so deputy CEO of Gold Board
assassinity na no the one year money
na Richard edewu ba upia ehun sunsanso na ya dos eho ede that ye edewu eti se si kire ba odi baby a diabetes be fi ni sin a kire o ede enkrofo a eyi o mani eye galamsey hwe enne uye opinion polls about omo performance as ministers in omo position. Everybody is failing and trailing. As a president, you don't even know and understand the ecosystem, how we are degrading and destroying. By virgin forest near Irem. Say say eduma NDC for eduma na sa. Uye penia drip machine ewo ho no fan in term na ye de so ye because mre ne so na aka kakra ebe kwa abato a mema Ghana fo ate asese na uye president a na wo dwene nkrofo ho feel say galamsey ni ye bad a ka wo win MP no ni constituency omo so omo hia ni biom ni abo ni bia aka sanse ma kire nko a kire afekra ni ama na appointments e wo parliament nkofo a wo si yanchi omo yoko nchi omo no omo kra na e ma orders e wo galamsey no. So who is in charge? Who is really in charge? Share akwetia campaign message na MP na NDC candidate no o se oba mo masase no ma ye mo galamsey na chesi ye koye nim no. Is that development? And I go do so and you say bia ye reserve bio I had to say oncheni ye nya ye ya bet ni to mu a so bia anya ne share ni yekodi ye se mu ne adi. It is not right, President. Oh ya ye normal oh ye first one as o buy no o fele say coat dada na o yigu no Joseph Atare na eden colors in your friends na you din be a different no sir the colors wo no o share no am say wo di bi o
sa wana
oh yeah coat of many colors
no as wafa because incompetence ni dey me sure some person obeja ho dead go syndrome no so unya sure say obeja ho we do sa amre no pe galamsey hu ade na unju so IP address ni nche omo ye galamsey no any baby a we no wo usi wu the IP address be ye djuma ade na ho fa nchi galamsey fo no ba be krokro de don say wo se sa galam me friend say excavators akogu military camp chire baby egu chire yen baby egu America krano galam emyefe excavators e wo Ghana kra do so chende wo omo ye nupo aden na distraction you dey sir. Thank you
me da say entino Mr. Eric ma send you video kitu be just 10 seconds show me na me nkotie Prof Kill time na BTA enti wo bete ne tew na ya bot 10 minutes ye be campaign no anasa den because presidential promise me pacho yanko Eric but I didn't do my video kitu bi on say Australia na omo be ko no e galamsey fo be ko Australia no omo na e ba no ti galamsey fo ne te say ɔmo kɔ Australia no hwɛ so ɔmo hyɛ no ha hwɛ ɛne wɔpie no ɔba bɛsa kɔ Australia galamsey for no yɛdie nie yɛde ɛkɔ no wɔn kyɛ sɛ wɔmfa wagye ahwɛ ɛtɔ no no Prof. yɛnkɔ ɔmo kɔ Australia ɔmo kɔ ɔbɛlande yɛnkɔ.
I think President Mahama Ayobia, when it comes to mining in general, Sanka Yaka mining and some Tamala and Kaso Cape Coast. Assessing a niche of ban mining or a threat to mining. Hey! Yes. President Mahama. For 8 years. For 8 years. Not but be any gold mines. Or by an egui. And this is by an egg. Obuasi egui. Edu baby mo otum for say oton a mining concession in $1. Yes. Na so say time no say hu ya $1 there come je.
Ada be say the $1 lawyer the bit market ma ye keke say but what say
come.
Aha.
The come value.
Yes. You see 2009. NDC under Jida Ekofa be a friend UT mining at the back. Akura Warrior Secondary School. Na onya Jumani say ye or on choir youth in mining. So the bicycle type kra onti mean too. It is a sakura no who encouraging say on call into mining na lawyer at the end obey. And you am saying obakwa koye. Obakwa kose nema e galam saying obakwa koye. And the NDC by NDC catch say 9 forest reserves. Nani panti minkum. Na omoba na afedi omachimi reclaim forest reserve no. 9 ni na godo oni de ma eyentro.
Or say emu bikra na gam say na sa back to forest in his statement.
I see then a forest sebe emfa say bia emua na ewom. Enua na ewom. No utiminya ahoɔden security for timi kom akɔkɔgye forest no but bɔko ne wukrom yenya banbɔfo nkɔhɔ nkɔnkɔbɔ ban ama nipa 13,000 ɛna adane atukɔfoɔ adane metie wɔ ha now say 90-year-old woman ɛka ho 90-year-old woman tese adina yehu ana science assassin no mo ko ho nte se dam ha
it look at a plot.
No, but you see, President Mama was wrong on that when he said assassin a piece of land. That was just a spark. Undercurrent, yes. So he was wrong. He cannot say, you see, and it's sad.
Trivializing it.
Yes. Free ho. Unim sen kofi ne a sula tunak for yat now for over 100 years. They are undercurrent. Not because it's just a small piece of land. And Akofan Tokanaba.
Is that the reason?
It's a lie.
And never be
you see, and as president, now we are president now can't ask them for Ukum for one.
Now it's up to Yanko, 1 minute.
Last 2 weeks, me bakan wa say. Na me fi me Chrome Western North oba. Na me be wura I am friend. Me say a police for left on the right hand side. Na ko for ye galam say police barrier.
Adimafa
police barrier uba enter I am friend. Me hu saade no 4 times. Me hu saade ma 4 times within this year. Me ko hu saade no aden. Ene drip na do de baye sanke yemfa yi kwan no. Sisi a drip machines no me nya sure say yi kwan ba bia. Sisi NDC for ko drip machines no ho a enya say obi e woni community bi a ne kwan a say o ko no aba be de akwakoye ne kwan no omo ko no omo de akwakoye ni na enya wanwa say ye se ye baaye no say excavator obi awia wa America anko de bagana ha say am o ma charge o ma de
it was supposed to be like that.
Oh no, yeah, was worth almost $7,000.
say mining abeye hu a ma na manso area ho so utie nana jantoa equipment worth over $28 million community na twajatum am ya bo assemblyman tio
assemblyman empatom me papa from area ne ho
assemblyman ne mpanyimfo ko soldier for there was a class ko ho na ka ono ayusu ni debia na o makwa akokasa pay.
All right, me that say so prof konti prof ki oni yenko but lawyer Dr. Bamia call round Omaka no Dr. Bɛkyerɛ so atiesim Honorable Kennedy Japan so atiesim and a second kufuo so atiesim Dr. Yawse Duchum second kufuo and engineer Community Japan or also Omunina at so the Oba the summer on the bottom second kufuo also what we tuntum the team use to come it's no but lawyer you have the time na bit here pa 1 minute
me that say presidential race no in fact flag bearership race no I feel now who say epija no ni mo so pa ebi matie se call rounds yewura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia last week no Ashanti region oka sembi bre na meka ba ko bi no ba ko kan ya na very instructive and say answer na okwe report no mbe commission no oka say eba na ededi se enam ono so anase ne som aye na religion nti ena another tribe until party no elusi ya ono on fan ho ensi wo se obepre to me ama party no se be ya party no en lucy na obobo ni pa na ohodi including Yewura former president Akufo-Addo which is oyini ponye chinchina etwan onye se nyeme dia eni obi enya or green party no ho na owo adwen pase e ose party no timi din kunim so no mpo eni kunim na party din kunim a eye na otro challenge so ema afofra aka omoye epre sa flag bearership yi na se amoso so no enko empre senka bombeba ya kasemu Mobian Kasen be which I think is a very good point. Media Obi maybe a mitina. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na maternity and for simple reason. Or you'll be a wahobrasia. The Kasemono Eden Kabumba. Onim dear. In fact, or a very important asset to Ghana and to MPP. Ye share Nijuma with the Ghana have from Bank of Ghana time Ebua with redenomination Eba fight my MPP Ewo 2012 Abatu Mo Ewo Court Esa Eba as Vice President innovations initiatives digitalization ho niema o de baye no edasunko Ewo Africa ha ni wiase nyina enti ninim die ano person ko de be the president me dem gidi se nyankopon ne eye na dwen se o man internase kakra na ensemo a Yewura Mahama eka no yen hwese nokure bi o ma na se nokure nim ya tono dada ono aso aton ne ho samre nye mre a wo se ye gitum se ne NDC for start from ground zero yen ko start from ground zero MPP for yenya abotre yen ne se yen MPP ye ba yen nema eboa Ghana for NDC for Yewura Mahama oni ni kuo no omohwe NDC card bearing member eno ena ama Ghana for I wish mo wo NDC mo no nyina no echo from all of a sudden
okay
yen support Yewura Mahmoud Bawumia na yen din kunim 2028
medase lawyer Kwaku Tabi Amponsa eti no hwane ko
so adwuma de cost grounds cost yi but ntro no ewo electoral areas no ene sa no ma no so ebi e serious
I'm just obi kasa beneficial aspirant for one
yako Who can meet you?
Oh yes. Enti agrono any. Yes. Agrono ewo form na intro ni sanwa eho na kamenama kamebeka no owo grounds wo na oye electoral areas ni polling areas ni sanoma na utun say a lot of intro ni misinformation bebre wo ho but senior me say me campaign ma me support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia me making sure say be kan dokre no atim didie ni sanoma ni nyanyim free ho. I think it's Thursday, no Council of Elders, Asia aspirants, no, Ekachrom say, Jandam, Trony attacks, no, any normal, any books, ma, in Crawford can on person, books, no, or motion ye, because a bit to me a her party, no, a bit to me, ama, ye bibiano, in Kabumni biadi, and no in the ecoso. Okay. And the message will be say, hey, yenye clean campaign, a campaign of contest and ideas. Okwa account de. This is any yen. Say yeso yati egumwa. Yeni delegates no aiding komo. Ye mo menhu no kre no. Any jandam na ye di abom na ye YPF free. Ye that's it.
Me that's it. Prof K yanko.
Go on. Me de meka say apre na abano. Em so ma omayo mutino obia ye party ni de but the entia enne your president Mahama as a president and say no you be a NDC former na kwanya achapa okay oma burden or pass it through the ranks from an MP to deputy minister to vice president to caretaker president to president to former president then back to power again and not just say there is a sense inconsistency. So we are consistent. Ewo wadi awo ye ho a. Ye ma president Kufuor 2 opportunities. Baako farmer, second one farmer. Ye ma Nanado 3 opportunities. Third one farmer no. I see no reason why now NDC is coming with a fresh candidate. Na ye wo ye dia ye di kan turn e dada. Na ye mfa eno nko dan say and then Kofa shall say can't that statement no. It's still coming back again. People are still saying it. Eya who say enam Dr. Bawumia so ena ama yelusu esi dan na students be cultural exams na subject masters will rather blame the assistant headmaster say ono no ma nkofo nkwala na afeli exams no Dr. Bawumia was not the president no the assistant headmaster. I can liken it to that one and the various people mo contesting emu miensa na ekita appointment nti ene so obi ko issue this statement so ya mamo juma wo ye better place to even reject appointment at the mouth. But for appointment, who your party ni? Into who se party ni ma bibia aye. Enti the Abakache party for say memo mo hwa akomo mu timpo. Me da se mo no ye nkoso ani enter Dr. Bawumia achi. Alaji ono betimi wini power.
Yanko piano to no ho a yeko. All right, the next 2 minutes now you said here wrap up on
me I've said MPP at any material moment omonim leader omodebeba and it's obvious the leader no omodebeba no ye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Peter okay. Where the be obey you na on my own says to say all the other aspirants omoye nipa na ye target ma omoye Dr. Bawumia it is obvious say on a leading contender. So everybody wants to say no nice attack, you know. But say there will be a kind of national the Council of Elders issue statement say with a meeting having a meeting with the aspirants there will be a man meet ne kasanye civil present to alternative alternatives or issues or present to delegates so no personal attacks and all those things. A move it used to be about religion, about tribes in them. I think we are moving away from those issues. We are moving towards a party, you know, be moving towards issues I bet me are we in favor from the delegates. So it is obvious. Some people have some selective amnesia. Eya na omo akoko to Professor Edubuahi. Say Edubuahi no call no or call once or one year no party ni dey no to change. But they have forgotten the others. say omo but party brought others call more than once. Said the many a Prof Q, not the original Prof. He said Prof Q can no look. Prof Q can.
And go for the friend one cast is an friend.
Prof Q can no. And the opportunity. I've always said in 1996. Say President Kande Kufuor and no cross out on a great alliance and young people from Guam.
And a great alliance.
A great alliance. MPP have been MPP on NCP. But Kufuor got 39%. By MPP who say on one he went in 2000 the party won. Yeah, but Obian in history. No, I don't need to repeat. It is obvious.
Yeah.
What we don't want to say, can't say about unity be a problem.
Peter,
we should avoid that.
That's Peter.
Me and Mark 30
seconds.
MPP has a presumptive leader.
Okay.
Look,
presumptively,
there's a winner. The winner is known.
This is our the friend Mahama. Presumptively.
Now, Chema won't make Karibu Kumasi.
Yeah.
Mama for fan say agro. A prophetic. I just said Dr. Baumia made the president. All that's found to be Amba. And you check history. It's true. So we lead the party in Bako. Now, Nipanu, anya bonikesi bi branye bibia ye hunsa. So nipani ni akonya obi mada. So you watch it. Says our presumptive leader name man chem and on one ankasa on kobiwa. Come one thing no how but efe emu be an contest.
Yes.
Na emu no me caution is endorsement. Regional chairman, regional executives no. Omunja is endorsement no. Even so who ambition class over contest pa. Me say ya dan for me na kontokwa. So you should never come out and endorse
na many former ministers so any
so no money post there
na regional executives
no concerning national executive omunya endorsement no
any too late there
e do start into omuntwa so we to money for now to okra so for some say apart no get careful
members of parliament is way
omunya executive
you see they are not going to supervise the elections our constituency
okay but now about no a constituency executive supervising
no, easy. They are part of the easy. In fact, the easy in Komuba, the consensus executive, the mom, no,
okay.
The endorsement no munyai,
and the Omunya,
and the infant Kabomu Mati. Edumu are going to lose, and I know that some people are very bad losers. So don't give them room to operate.
Okay, Mate, Yadamasipa na also kasi yepe motorbikes be edama MPP4 mrante mabana edia yejuma time ni ntiesa ka me show videos ni bi edi amamo ya started the ma enkofo enti ebi nyama ebi ba de ho na asa enti ebi ba bi ma ebe bi ma na ya hwe enti e besre mo number e wa de no so 0244 672 622 0244 672 622 de beba na Gordon Asare-Bediako na o dis kakatuma na wacho bike BIK as reference dem say skabe no de kwakoye adwuma da motorbike ni bi de aboa MPP4 de ha na power pack da Mr. Eric Ase ene Master Billy Master AB ni Billy Mone Akala GH ene mo wase ala mo support nyina no of course general manager Chris Okwe the time just say obi ka A for abroso e da mu nyina ase I would buy managing editor for Custodian newspaper lawyer Kokute Biamposa and so buy and Peter Nkoma deputy editor Daily Dispatch buy and then Professor Azikbuedi one the dean faculty of accounts and accounting finance with UPSC buy and Prof K Daniel Kweku